Hello and welcome to the northwest of England. The venue for this match is Turf Moor. My name is Derek Ray, and joining me for commentary as always is Lee Dixon. I'm looking forward to bringing you action from the Premier League coming right up. It's Burnley facing Manchester City.
Well, thank you, Derek. All the talking is done. Time now to put the coach's plans into action. Let's hope both teams really have a go at each other from the start of this match. It should be a cracker.
It's a team full of stars, and you never quite know who's going to pop up. Perhaps, Lee Dixon, today, it'll be Raheem Sterling.
Well, he's a talented player, but he's got that one thing, the big P, what we all hate as defenders, pace. As soon as you've got that, you start looking behind you. Who's on the cover?
Number 10, Ashley Barnes. Great. Good luck. Thanks.
And this the initial 11 for Burnley. It looks like a conventional 4-4-2.
A preferred formation by Arsene Wenger when he arrived at Arsenal. Two main strikers, four across the midfield. Really important for the fullbacks to link up with the wide midfielders in this system.
Introducing the starting players for Manchester City.
Thank you. Enjoy the
As a team, they are wedded to dictating the pace of the game, controlling possession through short passing. More of the same today, Lee?
Yeah, I think so. It can be incredibly frustrating for the opposition just trying to get the ball back. It's so mesmerising, almost leads you to a false sense of security. Then one or two passes later, and they cut you open and they're in.
Still level here, but the pressure escalating. Making sure nothing untoward happened. Gundogan. Gabriel Jesus. And there it is, the breakthrough. That will do nicely.
Well, let's see that again. Oh, it's so sweetly hit. Look at his technique. Absolutely brilliant. He's got the power, he's got the accuracy, and now he's got himself a goal. Well, it can be difficult being a manager at times, none more so than now.
And so the game back in business. City ahead here. Well, he could run onto it here. And he could cash in. Well, what an opportunity, but really good defending, you've got to say. Mahrez. Gabriel Jesus. Fine goalkeeping to push that away. Bernardo Silva. Well, showing good patience. That's an exquisite pass from Gabriel Jesus. Oh, fine stop. So a corner to City as they try to increase their advantage. Tarkowski. Westwood. Brownhill. And the ball back with City now. Bernardo Silva sliding it through. A goal! That's two for him today. They simply can't stop him. No wonder he's celebrating.
Well, here's the goal again, and it's a great ball to put him through. And he had choices of what type of finish to apply. And bang, he goes for the smash. Lovely goal. Well, they've been poor all day, Derek, and you sense there's going to be a rollicking in that dressing room after the game.
Looking for Sterling. And using his strength to shield the ball. So the whistle then, we're at the halfway stage in this match. And a really polished and productive performance up to this point from Bernardo Silva, Lee.
Yeah, he's a dream player to have in your ranks, ticks all the boxes for me. The player that everybody looks to create something, and he does it brilliantly well. Done it again today.
Here's Mahrez. Rodri. Well, that's how to beat your opponent. Well, on the scent of a hat-trick, but not to be.
Well, how many times in a game do you get a chance to get 3 goals? Not very often. He'll be kicking himself there.
Foden. Here's Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus! A goalkeeper on top of his game.
Well, that's like the other end, the striker putting it in the net. The goalkeeper has to keep it out, and what a brilliant way to do it.
Sterling. Well, that is how to run at defenders. Rodri. Will he finish? In it goes! To rubber stamp it once and for all.
Well, here's the replay, and as we can see, the defence can't cope with the through ball. And because he's on his own, he collects himself, and he finishes it perfectly past the keeper. Well, his players have followed his every command and some. The coach must be delighted.
This is looking rather comfortable for them. 3-0.
Number 7, Raheem Sterling.
Josh Brownhill. Fernandinho with it. Foden. And that's going to be all for this game. There won't be too many happy Clarets fans heading home on the back of this defeat, Lee.
Well, Derek, that's what we call in the business a walloping. All aspects of the team fell apart today. No cohesion, no desire, no pride. Shall I go on? Best not. Terrible.
Gabriel Jesus entitled to feel very pleased on the back of this. Lee, for you, what did he do?
Well, he never gave that back line a chance to get a breath. 2 goals for the lad today. Played superbly well, looked really sharp, constantly playing on the shoulder of the last defender. A real handful.
Hello and welcome back to the We Are City channel. We're back here again with another live stream and interactive commentary. And it's Manchester City versus Burnley today. And it's big in the title race. If anyone saw Manchester United picking up a 9-0 win yesterday over Southampton. 10 men Southampton, of course. But City now need to go into this game and pick up 3 points before going to Liverpool this weekend. I'm joined by my friend as always. He's here.
Hello.
It's nice to have him once again. He's always here with us, or most of the time he is anyway. And the team news is out, so we'll tell you the Manchester City side. That's on the left-hand side. Ederson starts in goal. A back four, and it's really nice to see. We were saying the other day about Laporte playing this sort of left-back, left centre-back role where Zinchenko's playing. He's in the team today, so it's Laporte, Ruben Diaz, Stones and Cancelo the back four. Rodri, Gundogan and Bernardo in the middle, and then Sterling, Gabriel Jesus and Riyad Mahrez up top. And if you want to see both teams, they both will come up on your screen right now. You'll be able to see both the sides compared to each other. Burnley with that 4-4-2. Burnley have gone with Pope in goal. The usual back four of Loughton, Tarkowski, me and Eric Peters. They've got Goodmanson, Cork, Westwood and McNeil in the midfield. And then Vidra and Jay Rodriguez, who starts his first Premier League game of the season. Do you think Burnley are going to cause City problems, or do you think it's going to be an easy sort of game?
I don't know, to be honest. It's a bit of a difficult one to call, isn't it? Because they are quite physical and they do cause problems, but they've not exactly got a lot of pace in there, have they? So that's why they will struggle.
I was sort of half expecting Fernandinho and Walker to be in there, purely because I know Pep tends to put them two in when City come up against a physical side like a Burnley or a Sheffield United, but he's gone with Cancelo and Laporte. I suppose if you did play Walker on the right and Laporte on the left, then it's sort of overkill with defensive. That's like 4 centre-backs, really, because Walker's more of a centre-back than an attacking player. Yeah,
I mean, you can afford to sort of play a slower player at left back against these, can't you? Because they got McNeil and Goodmanson on the wing, and as good as I don't mind Goodmanson, I think he's a decent player, but he's not the fastest, is he? So he's not going to cause problems in that sort of sense. So the main reason is going to be the physicality that they're going to cause problems up front.
Yeah, and City need to understand that they're not going to score goals from whipping balls into the box today, are they? In the air,
no.
Because Tarkowski and Ben Mee, ex-City, of course, came through City's youth team, will head everything away.
Yeah, and also we need to sort of watch giving away set pieces as well.
Yeah.
Because any free kicks, even if it's on the halfway line or just a bit closer in, that's where they're dangerous from, because they will just sort of whack it into the box and try and knock it on. So we need to be careful in corners as well.
Definitely, and just a welcome to everyone in the live chat as well. I can see there Jaden said, here we go, looking forward to the game. Hopefully we've seen a Manchester City win, Jaden, and do put your score predictions in, everyone. Let us know what you think the score will be, and at the end we'll go over who actually got the score right. Some people tend to, actually. Some people are quite good at predicting, but they never seem to have bets on it, do they? No one backs themselves that much. Interesting thing with Pep Guardiola this week, I was listening to his interview, and he said that City at the start of the season weren't playing like they used to, and he had to change things, and he decided that he was going to say that the players would go back to the old philosophy of the wingers high and wide, and he said that's worked a lot better. And he said what City's problem was, and I found this a really interesting quote from him, hearing him say this, was that City were moving too much with the ball and not moving enough without the ball. And now usually you'd say, oh, you want runners with the ball. But Pep Guardiola said it's better playing football at a sort of walking pace with the ball and running in the right moments. And then without the ball, you got to run like mad, like it's the last ball of your life. And I think it's an interesting quote that he said about, a lot of fans would say, oh, no, you're static. You need to be moving. But Pep Guardiola seems to be very much against that. He wants his players to be at walking pace on the ball.
Yeah, I mean, off the ball movement is really crucial, isn't it? Because obviously that's how you get on the end of the pass sort of thing, or you make the passes. The pass isn't just made by the person passing it, it's also the run as well. So you do need that off the ball movement. But I mean, it's obviously working, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
12 wins in a row, is it now, or something?
Yeah, definitely. It could be another clean sheet today again. City only conceded only 1 goal in the Premier League in the whole of January. Yeah. And it was against Chelsea, wasn't it? That last late minute
3-0 up.
Yeah,
So,
and on Pep Guardiola saying that, I remember Thierry Henry speaking about Pep Guardiola before he joined City, and he was saying about Pep's got this big thing about trust your teammate, and he wants players to stay. When I was saying about maybe it's a bit too static, he wants his players to stay in their position and the ball to find them. They shouldn't be moving to find the ball, which is an interesting thing. And Henry always tells that that really interesting story where he played, I can't remember who he was against, but he was on the left wing for Barcelona, of course, and he weren't getting enough of the ball. He wasn't happy, so he started, coming to the right hand side, playing some 1-2s, coming through the middle. He scored 2 goals, and at half time, Pep took him off because he wasn't staying in his position. Which is really, why take on a player that scored 2 goals? But obviously, he wants players to do the job he wants them to do. He doesn't want them doing their own little thing.
Yeah, you've got to sort of stick to what they're saying at the end of the day, haven't you? You know,
Yeah.
that they are in charge at the end of the day, and they have got that capability, obviously, to sort of take you off, no matter what you've done. Which I don't know. I suppose at a normal job, if it's the same thing, isn't it? If you get told to do something one way and you do it the other way, even though you've done it, you still get in trouble, wouldn't you? So
Yeah, and I suppose
it sort of works, doesn't it?
It shows a contrast to me between the sorts of Pep Guardiola and maybe Jurgen Klopp, who are probably the two best managers in the world people would consider at the moment. And with Jurgen Klopp, he says he plays, quote, heavy metal football. Jurgen prefers to give his sort of forward line the freedom to do whatever they want. They don't have to come back and defend always. They can just, Salah can go through the middle, whoever can go through the middle. But saying that, City have played a very sort of fluid front line as well, but maybe there is some sort of structure to that fluidity between the front line that Pep knows that we haven't picked out quite yet.
Yeah, obviously it's difficult to see watching it on the telly as well, isn't it? Because obviously, if the ball's in the midfield, you don't tend to see as much of the runs and stuff. When you're at the game, you can spot the runs more, can't you? And you've got a bit more of an elevated view, so you can sort of see what's going on.
Yeah.
But Barcelona have been doing that for years, haven't they? Especially when they had Messi, Neymar, Suarez, that was such an interchangeable front three. They'd be all over the place. Suarez would be on right wing, then he'd be on left wing, he'd be up front. The midfielders are getting involved. So it's a sort of, it obviously works, doesn't it? And obviously it's working for us because we're winning. So.
Right, and it's very hard to mark these quality players when they're moving all over the place. And of course, with City, with Jesus, Mahrez and Sterling up top, Jesus could be on the left wing at one point. I mean, Jesus could be in midfield. He likes to play there. And Bernardo up front. And it's just very interchangeable, very fluid. And City, possibly that could be the way to unlock Burnley's pretty solid defence today. In the comments there, Gary said he's going with his usual 3-0 to City. I will get it right sooner or later, says Gary. Hopefully you will, Gary. Surely, that's saying you throw enough something at a wall, it sticks, maybe. If you guess 3-0 throughout the season, eventually it's going to happen.
Yeah, he's going to get one right, isn't he, eventually?
Julie says, hi, everyone. I think Burnley may just nick one, so I'm going to go for 3-1. Hopefully, hoping for a United 9-0, though. Yeah, well, that wouldn't be too bad, would it, against Burnley? I know that United were, 14 goal difference, off Manchester City. They're now only 4. Is it 5 off City? So it's changed the goal difference very quickly. I know that Gary Neville's been mentioning he's joint top again. But of course, like everyone says, they were joint top in the 11-12 season, Manchester United, weren't they? But they weren't lifting any silverweight at the end of that season. So
that's it.
And they're also 2 games in hand behind, which they've got to understand as well. But United must be pretty confident that they might catch City. They're just hoping for a slip up from City. And I think from a United point of view, it's good to not be the one at the top. It's good to the one chasing, because it feels like there's no pressure on you really. You just know that they slip up, we're there. It's the pressure's on City.
I obviously some of my friends are United fans and stuff, and you speak to them, and I don't think they expect to win it, to be honest. I think it's just nice to be up there again. If you look at last season, I know they did all right. They finished 3rd, didn't they? And they had that incredible run after the sort of the COVID break, but they were still miles behind the chasing pack, weren't they? Sort of thing.
Definitely,
now, obviously they're up there, aren't they? So even if they do finish 2nd and they finish 5 points behind, it's an improvement for them. So I don't think a lot of them expect to win it, to be honest. It'd just be good if they did, obviously. But I mean, this season is definitely the season for a team that's not expected to win it, like Leicester or something like that, just because of how many games there are and how inconsistent everyone's being.
I think everyone's going to start questioning Leicester after that recent defeat, however.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to go in a bad patch, aren't they? They can't go all the way through the season. Everyone has a bad patch, don't they? So they've got Fulham, I think, tonight, haven't they? So if they lose that, then maybe start asking some questions. But
that's
I think
a big test for them.
Form. Yeah, I mean, they've got no Vardy, have they either? Vardy's injured, isn't he, still? So I think he's back, but not playing tonight. So.
And Sheffield United resurrected.
Yeah, well,
they've
got a long way to go, haven't they? But it's a good start.
Well, the players are coming out on the pitch. We'll add our crowd ambience in the background if you can hear that. I always forget to put it on. One of those things you always forget to put on. City coming out from... Well, I don't know where they're coming out from. Burnley come out from the tunnel. City come out from somewhere on the side. Riyad Mahrez there being singled out on the camera. Might be something to do with the fact that Riyad Mahrez was reported that he wanted to... Well, his manager of Algeria said that Mahrez wanted to leave City, that he wasn't happy playing enough. But Mahrez himself has come out and said that's not true. It was obviously mistranslated by the press. And all the manager said was, Mahrez is a player that wants to play always, and he won't be 100% happy if he's not always playing. Obviously, They translated that pretty... Well, I mean, it's only himself to blame if he doesn't play.
Translating, is it? It's twisting the words, isn't it? But
yeah, pretty much. And I know that story was clarified yesterday. He actually contacted a City media, Twitter. Riyad Mahrez himself contacted him. He's done it a few times to clarify it. And they said, Mahrez didn't say this, he believes this. I don't know what he's having a drink here, Riyad Mahrez.
It'll be like sort of electrolyte, sort of boost, won't it?
On the way to the pitch. And then what happened then was, Goal today, only a few hours ago, put out that Mahrez wanted to leave City. And I thought, well, have you not been looking at the news? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's anything to stir up a bit of problems in it. It's like...
Yeah, it gets some clicks as well, doesn't it, on the videos and stuff. And
with City being top of the table at the moment, I very much expect some sort of documents to start getting leaked again, like they were a few years ago. As soon as City start doing well, the news reports starting coming out about players wanting to leave and
it's just attempts to disrupt, isn't it? Sort of thing. Causes some. Well, you don't know. We never know if it does cause any issues. They might not be bothered, but we're not in there, are we? So
no, I don't understand with some of these journalists that City let them in. I mean, it's different at the moment. Of course, it's all on Zoom, the press conferences. But why did they even let them in? Just say you're not coming to our press conference anymore.
They've got to, haven't they? I think.
Well, it's like the journalist. One journalist once asked Pep Guardiola not too long ago when all this UEFA thing was going on. He asked Pep Guardiola, "Did you take bribes?"
Like he's gonna, even if he did, like he's gonna
go.
He's
gonna tell you. And Pep said, "Do you understand what you're asking me here?" And he's like, "What did you?" Obviously, he's a Liverpool fan. It's like, well, why is he there? Get him out.
Because they've got to let him in, haven't they? Because it won't be like you said. I think we talked about the other day. You have to do a press conference after the game, don't you? Yeah. So it'll be that certain press or whatever will have booked slots with the Premier League, won't they? Not with, and they'll have been paid. They'll have paid the Premier League to get in the slots and stuff to get the positions. So it's nothing to do with the clubs. They just sort of say, look, you want to be in the Premier League, these are the rules, and you let X, Y, and Z in, sort of thing. Yeah,
maybe. I just think sometimes City makes some strange decisions. Like the reporters that constantly went after Raheem Sterling. Why even let him in? Just say you're not coming in.
Oh yeah.
Stop them writing stuff about him, wouldn't they? And it's not like it's just still. And I know the one on Mason Greenwood, they came out with Mason Greenwood the fact that we'd been doing some drugs on balloons or something or whatever. But that story was from about 6 months ago, and they just sit on it, don't they? Wait till something goes wrong, and then they throw it all out there, and it's like it's like Mendy. Mendy brought lockdown rules last summer, but they brought it out only a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
They're not daft, are they? They know exactly what they're doing.
I think they were showing Mahrez as well, because it just said then, obviously he scored a hat-trick, didn't he, against Burnley at home, so presumably probably talking about him, weren't they? I don't know, because I've got the sound on, but saying, can he do it again? So like they usually do, sort of trying to talk the game up, and will Mahrez get a hat-trick again today and stuff, and all that sort of stuff. That's probably why.
An interesting one on the bench is Claudio Gomez, who's on the bench today,
number
81.
I saw that.
Well, it was a very highly rated player, wasn't he? He signed for City from PSG when he's about 16, when his contract ended there, signed a professional contract at City. They said how amazing he was. The next N'Golo Kante, that's who he's compared to. He had a really poor loan at PSV Eindhoven where I think he got injured. He's been playing a bit for City's youth team, but it's good to see him back. Maybe he can actually start to make the position his own. Maybe he can play a few games.
Potentially.
Defensive midfielder. Obviously, if he's got that much quality at 15 years of age, he was captain the French youth team, captain the PSG under 16s at the time. He must be quite good.
Well, yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you? But again, it's how many players shine at that level at the 16s, the 18s, the 23s, and then they're just not good enough to make that step up because you're playing against all sorts of age groups. Was in at that age group, you're only playing against a set age, aren't you? Yeah. In these boys you're playing against now, they can be 10, 15 years older than you, stronger than you, more physical, more developed. So they can't take that step up sometimes.
Well, and when he was compared to N'Golo Kante, due to his stature, I mean, I think he's only about 5'5", 5'6". He's very small for a midfielder, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, but Kante seems to make it work, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's only little, so.
And we see with Claudio Gomez, I don't think he'll get on today at any point. But
not unless we're 5-0 up again.
I don't think that's going to happen, even if that was the case.
No, probably not.
Well, Manchester City versus Burnley. We have kick-off. And Burnley do the first thing. Big long ball forward.
Everyone does that, though, don't they? Have you noticed?
Yeah.
I don't know why. Onto the left wing. It's a bit odd, isn't it?
Not sure why. Just a thing that they always do.
It's just the in tactic in it at the moment.
Well, it's a bit like goal kicks, wasn't it? I'd never seen anyone play a goal kick short other than maybe Barcelona. And then suddenly City started doing it.
And everyone starts doing it.
And then, next thing you know, I don't think I've seen a team other than Burnley play a goal kick long. Do you know what I mean?
No,
Even
have you
Sheffield
noticed
United
that-
have played out from the back.
Oh, when they bring the cones out at the start of the second half as well now. Have you noticed how everyone's doing that now?
Yeah.
Like one
Nice.
team started doing it and everyone does it. That little 2-second warm-up, which probably does nothing. It's just, but everyone starts doing that now as well, don't they?
Maybe the sports scientists think different.
Well, that's it. But they all obviously go to the same person, don't they? 'Cause if you watch the Premier League games, if you get there to watch them warm up and stuff, they all do the same warm up. Every single team does the same warm up in a different order, but the same drills. If you think they'd have some originality.
If you're watching today's live stream and you don't want to listen to Steve McManaman and BT Sport, then just turn the sound off and turn the sound of this stream on. I assume you've got it on anyway if you're watching it. I don't know why you'd watch it without the sound on. That'd be a bit odd. You can time the time up. We've got the clock there. It's dead in time with the BT Sport clock. We'll obviously be a slight bit behind because that's the way it is with streaming. Too many satellites to send the footage to. So pause your TV if you've got live TV. Be able to pause it and time it up with us. City formation wise, we said it was a 4, but at the moment it's looking like a 3 at the back, and then Gundogan at left wing back and Mahrez at right wing back.
Yeah, Cancelo going through the midfield and just the one defensive midfielder in Rodri. So
yeah,
I think we kind of expected that it goes into a 3-back when we had possession.
Yeah. The way it's been working at the moment.
Well, I mean, Cancelo seems to suit this sort of defensive midfield / right mid perfectly, doesn't he? So
yeah, he's such a quality player technically.
Yeah, he's been really good, hasn't he? Not the best defensively, but I mean, he can still defend, but he's no sort of Walker, is he, defensively? But
no, I mean, if he keeps up this form, though, Kyle Walker's going to be lucky to get back in the City side.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you'd rather have. This is sort of the future, isn't it? Again, a lot of teams now starting to play a back 3, aren't they? And so is that sort of the future? Is the classic right back sort of finished now? Do you need more of an attacking full back?
I think with City though, it's not necessarily. It's a 4 when out of possession, and a 3 when they're in possession. Because if you notice when they're back in possession, usually João Cancelo does drop back into that right back position.
Or someone does anyway.
Yeah. Sterling on the left hand side here, who's done well. Into Bernardo, great turn by Bernardo Silva, shoots. Oh, it's a save by Nick Pope, and he's there. It's Gabriel Jesus, Nick Pope. Well, what's wrong with Nick Pope's wrists?
I don't know. That was a poor sort of push away save, that wasn't it?
1-0 Manchester City. Nick Pope, a shot from Bernardo Silva. Nick Pope just palms it into the path of Gabriel Jesus, who knocks one in with his head. Laporte, brilliant.
Strange. Was a good pass. It was strange, that.
I don't know what Nick Pope said. This turn from Bernardo Silva as well on the edge of the box. Shoots.
His car, why didn't it just catch that?
What a strange decision from Nick Pope. It's like I don't know if he's tried to punch it away.
Yeah, and he sort of flapped at it a bit.
Yeah, very poor keeping. Great work by Gabriel Jesus. Reactions and in the box as well. We don't see that very often from Jesus. But he's in the box. Diving header.
Good header.
And Manchester City lead just under 4 minutes by 1-0. VAR checking this one, are they?
I don't know. No, we're back on.
Well, Martin Atkinson said something to Jesus there, and Jesus said thank you to him. So I'm not sure what he said. Maybe he said good finish.
Yeah, good header or something.
Oh, they're in here, Burnley. Diaz, what a header.
Good header.
Great long ball over the top to Matej Vydra. And Diaz heads it over Vydra, just inches over Vidra's head, into the hands of Edison. That was calm. Clever defending from Diaz, but a dangerous little ball there from Burnley. Not sure he played that. It's the long ball that they're going to be playing all game, though. City need to know that they need to deal with that long ball. I think you pointed out in the game in Sheffield when McGoldrick came on, he gave Diaz a bit of issues, didn't he?
Yeah, he struggled a bit. He struggled a bit. I think, I don't know if Ashley Barnes is on the bench for them or not, but I don't know if he might make an appearance at some point and cause a bit of problems.
Well, if City are 5-0 up, it won't matter. Is Sterling. City on the attack again. Gundogan. Look at Mahrez in space there on the right-hand side. João Cancelo. Into Mahrez. Good little run by Mahrez there. Cancelo, Mahrez again. Mahrez taken down. That's a free kick. You're never getting away with that one, Burnley.
No.
Jay Rodriguez is happy with that one. Rodriguez, who was one of those players that when he was at Southampton looked like the next big thing, and actually did his ACL against City.
Yeah.
England, I think it was before the Euros. He was in the England squad. He was expected to go to the Euros with England. He expected a big move. He was linked with City, United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool. And in the end, did his ACL and never came back from that. Which is a shame for him.
He's of Spanish descent, I think. I think his dad's Spanish.
I think he is from Burnley as well, isn't he? Born in
yeah,
Burnley.
Yeah, he's born in
play
Burnley, but his dad's Spanish, I think. He's got a Spanish middle name, I think.
And last name.
Well, obviously, I know his last name is, but he's got like a sort of Spanish middle name as well.
You don't meet many J. Rodriguez's.
No, that are English now.
That are English now. Here he is, Rodriguez.
Don't look it though, does he?
No, but I suppose
he doesn't have a Spanish look, does he? But
a tan.
No, well, sort of facial features sort of thing, but he's not a bad player, is he?
No. It's a shame he did his ACL because I think he would have had a much better career.
I don't know. He's never sort of lived up to it after it, has he? He's had enough time afterwards now, and he to sort of
but I suppose he was 27 then, weren't he? His chance for his move had gone when he had it.
True.
City on the ball here with Ruben Dias. Cancelo playing as a second striker, drifting in behind there through the middle. Here's Laporte, Sterling. So clumsy on the ball, Sterling, but he somehow gets away.
Got lucky
twice.
there, didn't he?
Same for the goal, really. He was clumsy on the ball. Gundogan.
What
a ball.
I think he's offside.
Mahrez! Good save by Nick Pope.
He looked a bit offside then, yeah. They just flagged it now.
A year later, linesman gives it.
That's another thing that he's looking at, isn't it? That's the offside rule.
Well, judging by the Che Adams one against United, where his wrist was offside, so that counts, but he can't score with his wrist. No idea.
There was one yesterday in the United game. He was. I don't think he was. They'll have checked it, won't they? But there was one of the United games today where they flagged it offside after Wan-Bissaka had slid in, and he ended up getting injured from it. Because he slid in to block the tackle. The guy jumped over it and landed on his knee. And his knee is all right, I think, but he got injured from it because they carried on.
Yeah,
it's like, it's like, what can they do?
I suppose it's hard to know. The linesmen don't. The only possible way is to get rid of linesmen and put in cameras.
Well, yeah, and it just be like a noise in the stadium, sort of like a bell or something, even in the referee's ear or something. But
yeah, suppose it's like the goal line technology.
Be a bit more difficult though. It's quite a vast area.
Big area, yeah.
The goal's only 12 foot wide, isn't it, or whatever, or however wide it is. But in this, obviously, the pitch is X, however big a football pitch is. They're quite long, aren't they?
Also, a goal line technology isn't itself not flawless, as we saw for Aston Villa.
Well, that's a
great ball in. Oh, yeah, Nick Pope catch that. Yeah, exactly. And they seem to moan about that.
It was a mile over that.
They moan about VAR a lot, don't they, the Aston Villa players on Twitter? But they seem to forget that the only reason they play in the Premier League is because of VAR.
The goal line technology, to be fair, I've never actually seen it mess up. Like, didn't mess up, it just wasn't on. Did not put it on.
No, it wasn't.
Was it? They just missed it?
Because there were so many players in front of the ball.
Right. I thought it just did not turn it on. I thought they said did not put it on. Well, it's never messed up before, has it?
No. Well, the thing is, it was a goal-mouth scramble, which made it very hard for it to see the ball because there's so many players. Gundogan's won the ball back off Rodriguez here. He's not happy. City on the counter. It's Bernardo Silva. Wide to Riyad Mahrez. Going to go inside on his left foot. And he gives it away. Poor Riyad Mahrez.
Poor balling.
Hopefully, we were saying before about Laporte, hopefully he can sort of solidify this left centre-back role for himself. That back three is pretty good. Ooh,
I still rather see us sign a left-back, though. I don't just want him at left-back.
I still think then, though, I've changed my mind a lot of times, but City should get rid of Mendy. They might get him on loan to sort of a mid-table French side, and keep Zinchenko of all people, and I get a proper left-back and have Zinchenko as backup, but also Laporte plays there a lot anyway. So if City need an attacking left-back, we've got one. If City needed a centre-back left-back, we've got Laporte. And if City needs something in between, then they've got Zinchenko just in case. Why not do that?
Yeah, and I think Mendy would probably end up going back to Monaco. I won't be surprised at that, or Serie A team or somewhere like that, where he'd probably do quite well in the Serie A.
Yeah.
I don't know, Inter Milan or AC Milan or somewhere like that.
Where they'll play him as a wing back and he doesn't have to do any defending.
Yeah, because they've got three at the back. But I think it's his time to go, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's Mahrez. Obviously, he's not playing Mendy for a reason because he's not good enough.
Well,
and it's a shame. The injury, I think he was good enough, if we're being honest. He was good enough. When you'd seen him play them first 5 or 6 games for City, and the injuries just ruined him, didn't they? Unfortunately. And it happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it. It's just one of them, unfortunately. But he'd never had any injuries, had he, before he came to
City? No.
To City, and then
There's a replay of the goal here. What is that? by
Poor
Nick
from Nick
Pope.
Pope. It's unusual from Nick Pope, that, because he's quite a good keeper as well.
To me, it seems like Pope's gone to catch it. Last minute decided that it's too much in it, so he's just palmed it into the path of Gabriel Jesus. Not even down. You know, sometimes the keepers tend to do this thing where they hit it down into the floor so it bounces back up into their hands. He wasn't even able to do that.
No,
It's poor by Pope. Oh, Vidra's got ahead of Diaz here. That was well played, Mateo Vidra. Swinging from McNeil, is it? Oh, the good Monson knocks away from Cancelo. Then Mahrez. Then Bernardo. Rodri in possession. Rodri, passing it backwards there. And Edison, calm on the ball here. Edison.
Calm as ever. Not great clearance, but again, how often do we say that?
Yeah,
not very often.
Unlucky for City, but they lead 1-0, and that's a pretty good start to this game. And City need to be playing better. I mean, they've got to be perfect at Anfield, haven't they? Because for whatever reason, City never win at Anfield. They always have one of them games at Anfield where they just don't turn up.
I mean, we were poor, weren't we? That's a foul. We were poor against Sheffield United, weren't we?
Yeah,
I don't know whether it's because they defended well or what, but that goal was a bit not lucky, but it I don't know, wasn't great defending. I think if that hadn't have gone in, then I don't think we'd have scored. I don't think we created anything else.
Well, it might be similar in this game, in fact.
Again, we've not really done a lot so far, have we? Apart from that one chance, but we scored. So
I think Jay Rodriguez wants a bit of a fight with Ruben Diaz after that push before.
It was a bit aggressive, wasn't it?
Yeah, no need for that push in his back. I hope someone goes through him. Serve him right, won't it? Here's John Stones. Playing really well in this sort of right-hand side defence, which, if City had signed maybe a Jules Koundé, you would have seen him playing in that position. That's where he plays for Sevilla. Sort of a right of a back three at times.
I'd still rather get a new centre-back, though, and just have Stones as a squad player.
Do you really think so?
Yeah, as well as he's playing at the moment. He's not that good, is he? He's just in a good run of form, isn't he?
Well, I don't know. If he keeps it up, then I think City can't get rid of him based on the fact that he keeps it up.
I know, but it's if he can, and he might keep it up this season. But then, would you be shocked if we come back next season and he was rubbish again?
Well, I think the problem is, how many times has Stone's gone through this sort of form and then get injured? I'm just waiting for him to get injured now. If he gets injured, then you go, well, you know what? We're going to have to bring in another centre-back, because Nathan Ake is another one who's cracked, isn't he?
Injured. Yeah, I mean, it'll be a real test for him this weekend if he does play.
I think 3 months Nathan Ake's been out for. But with John Stones, like you said, Liverpool's the big test, isn't it, for him?
I won't be surprised if he didn't play him. If he played Laporte and Diaz in a back four.
Oh, Diaz, that was silly.
Just as a bit, because it's, I don't know, just always must have that thought in the back of your mind all the time that he is going to make a mistake.
Well, I'm hoping he keeps it up, John Stones, because I do like him.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, I do.
But if he does make a mistake, Sergio Ramos on a free won't be too bad for that right-hand side defence.
Well, that'll be all right. He's been linked with quite a few Premier League teams, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But he seems to do this a lot and then ends up signing a new contract.
Oh, yeah.
So
They'll double his wages again, so he'll be happy with that. He's just running it down. He's putting as much pressure as he can on Florentino Perez, the Real Madrid chairman, and eventually they will pay his wages. I've no doubt about that.
Oh, yeah.
It's his last big paycheck as well at 34 years old.
Yeah, it's a 3-year contract now, and then he'll probably be finished.
Yeah.
So, and I think that Eden Militao wants to leave as well.
Yeah. Here's Gundogan.
Apparently.
He's no good anyway. He was rubbish against City.
He's not. Yeah, he's not amazing.
Mahrez. Cancelo. Mahrez again, them trying to have a bit of a connection down this right-hand side, but no one to pass to. Cancelo, brilliant little flick.
Mahrez sold him short there, didn't he?
Twice Mahrez sold him short. Cancelo dealt with it, though. Here's Ruben Diaz. Into Gundogan. Gundogan to Bernardo Silva on this left-hand side now. City looking to break Burnley down. It's a poor pass by Bernardo Silva straight to Burnley. They've got nowhere to go, though, Burnley. They're probably going to play the long ball.
Yeah, they're not exactly the team at playing out the back. They've done well there, though.
No, Vidra's laid it off. And Burnley do get a few yards further forward. They're hanging on the last few defenders. You know, City's defence, Vidra and Rodriguez. Stones does well there. Because if Stones left that for Edison, I think Vidra might have just got there ahead of him. But Burnley, I can see why Burnley have sort of played these two forwards. They haven't gone for two physical forwards, have they? They've gone for two players who are going to make runs in behind to try and see if they can test the pace of City's defence. Because if anything, it's the pace that City lack. Here's Jesus, Mahrez, Rodri, who's the furthest forward midfielder at the moment. Here's Cancelo. Gundogan's arriving.
Good pass.
Bernardo on the left-hand side. Ilkay Gundogan. Gundogan with a switch.
Oh, nice
Cancelo on the volley.
Ooh.
Going in that bottom corner by
It
João
looked
Cancelo.
like it was goal bound, didn't it?
Yeah. Luckily for Burnley, Ben Mee got his foot on it. And that's a bad pass by Gundogan. Sends John Stones all the way back to his own goal. And he has to go back to Edison there. But City are trying to make something happen. I feel like City will create more today than they did against Sheffield. They already seem a bit more open than Sheffield did. Burnley
they're coming
side.
for it a bit more, aren't they, as well?
Yeah.
Burnley. They're having a bit of a go. Not a bit of a go, but they're not sitting behind the ball, are they? So,
Bernardo with
Sheffield United did.
Great play there. Here's Gundogan. Definitely in for a more exciting game today. Maybe a City versus West Brom. Or like Julie said in the comments, United versus Southampton.
Yeah, a bit alright result, isn't it?
Just checking the comments here. I haven't actually been reading them. I've been engrossed in the game once again. Gary said Burnley can be a sneaky long ball hoofers. Oh, that says... sorry, I'm all over the place here. Gary said he's going to give up this prediction, Lark. That's a good idea. No one's any good at predictions, are they, really? Apart from that octopus at the World Cup, he seemed to get them all right in 2010. Burnley can be sneaky long ball hoofers. I hope they don't nick one, but you never know, says Julie. And Julie says they're clapping for Tom at 6 p.m. Yeah, of course. Gary says, I do rate Burnley them to win on Saturday, but not tonight, and not to score. So, a bit of comments there. People discussing whether Burnley are going to win or not. Obviously not. They might.
Did you see that about what Pep said about Bernardo Silva as well a couple of days ago?
No.
About the whole banning thing. You know, when he got banned for that supposed little racial sort of tweet.
Yeah.
He said that it really affected him, that getting banned.
Well, if you think about it, after that, he was terrible for 18 months, wasn't he?
Yeah, he said it. That's what I mean. He said it really affected him more than you thought it would. So
yeah,
you know.
Well, I can understand it. Imagine, you know, you're not racist, but everyone calls you racist, and it's like all over the papers and the news, and then the sort of authorities convict you for it, don't they? Basically, and said, no, you are guilty of it. Do you know what I mean by banning him?
Similar to the Cavani one as well. Cavani had a similar thing, didn't he?
Yeah.
Again, where it was just a nickname sort of thing, but he got banned for it as well. It's a bit daft.
Well, he's speaking Uruguayan. The thing is, with the Cavani one, surely, I think the Uruguayan FA have taken the English FA and said, we're putting a complaint against you because you are being racist to then ban him for his culture sort of thing, which I can understand. I don't know. It's a bit unfair, really. You can't really ban someone for that.
You know, they're all on it when the players do a little jokey sort of thing. Obviously, there's no joke in racism, obviously not. But, you know, they're doing that sort of thing, and it wasn't intended to be racist. But yet, all these players are getting racially abused still, again, after every game. And nothing happens to them. Does it? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Burnley have got a corner here. Yeah, they're all the same. Swung in by Burnley to the back post. Rodri heads it away. Header back in.
Oh, well done. Good clearance.
Clears. This is why City don't like UEFA, though, because CSK Moscow racially abused City players. They got banned and fined less money for that ban than they got fined. City got fined for coming out late. Oh, Sterling's in here.
Sterling's got a chance. Good keeping from Pope, though.
Yeah, City got fined more for coming out 1 minute late than CSK Moscow did for being racist.
Yeah,
CSK Moscow then had the fans banned from the stadium, but they banned the City fans as well and said the City fans couldn't come in. But UEFA refused to refund anyone's travel, hotels, anything. They refused to refund it. They said, no, that's your own problem. Then, when it comes to the game, the CSK Moscow fans are in there anyway, so it was just the City fans that were banned, despite them committing the problem. It's just like, and then, you know, remember them streakers at Spurs, they ran on with sponsorship on the shirt. They were going mental about that because, you haven't paid for that sponsorship, and that's all they care about.
Yeah,
racism isn't a problem for UEFA. They're not bothered. It's the money that's the problem.
If this new European Super League thing goes forward and people join it, it could be the end of like FIFA and UEFA, you know.
Well, FIFA have said that, and UEFA has said that if you play in the Super League, you won't be able to go to international competitions.
Yeah, but that many people, if that many teams join it and they go, well, you know what, we'll just back our own World Cup then.
Yeah.
And then that'll be it. Then there'll be no need for FIFA then because there'll be this other World Cup. And if all the best players are playing in that, which one are you going to watch? You're not going to watch, Colombia against Peru, are you? Because it's got no good teams in it. You're going to watch them with all the good teams, aren't you? So it could be the end for them potentially, if it does go ahead. which wouldn't be a bad thing, I don't think.
There's a foul on Vidra who's winded himself as he's fallen over. Rodri
Landed on his elbow.
A poor tackle, so Vidra, he's getting up though. He doesn't look like he's going off, but Burnley with a chance to swing a ball in. And like you said in that Super League, the problem is I don't particularly want a European Super League. I don't want UEFA. I don't want UEFA from FIFA either. So
no. It's
a hard one. And if anyone does want to watch the interesting things to do with FIFA, there is a documentary on Amazon Prime. It's all in Spanish, but you can use subtitles about the Chilean FA. Or quick free kick taken, cleared away. The Chilean FA leader, and about all they did. He joined FIFA, this guy, and they were doing all sorts of corrupt things. Putting balls in the freezer so they knew which cold balls to pull out, so they know which teams to draw. And Chile won of course, won it, the South American, whatever it was that year. And City on the counter here.
Yeah, it's like that Euros, isn't it, sort of thing. Yeah.
Here's Jesus. Oh, it's Mahrez, in fact, on the right-hand side, into Laporte. City slowed things down, but Burnley getting back slowly. Sterling. Looking to take men on.
Oh, well done. Good defending, that. Poor pass, but it was good defending.
Poor from Sterling. And Burnley got to counter again. Good Monson.
They're not playing some bad football, Burnley, here.
No.
It's not just one ball, is it? They're having a bit of a pass about, aren't they? They're just not the quickest, are they? That's the problem.
I suppose if you're technically good enough, you don't need it, or you're physically good enough.
Yeah, if you pass the ball quick enough, then yeah. But
here's Burnley's most technically gifted player, Dwight McNeil.
Dwight McNeil, he used to play for United,
Yeah,
They don't mention that, do they? Every 2 seconds. We used to play for United, right? So
there's some of them, isn't there? I remember City playing Burnley a few years ago, and they had Paul Robinson in goal. And in case you didn't know, Paul Robinson's 38 years old, and I've got that ingrained in my mind. He's not 38 anymore, of course, but they told me maybe 600 times throughout the 90 minutes at least.
How many of these players used to play for City, United, Chelsea? Because they all get picked up originally by the bigger teams, don't they? Exactly, and let go to go to the other teams. Leicester scored.
Yeah.
And Iheanacho, former Manchester City man.
His career sort of dropped off.
Yeah,
he's a good finisher, but he's just terrible at everything else.
He didn't do anything else, did he? But he'd have been in there for them ones we've been moaning about.
Yeah, true. That's the thing. That's the thing. He'd be in there. His problem is his decision making. Remember once against Arsenal, obviously I had a season ticket, and he was dribbling towards our end, and he had, I think it was, Dzeko to his left and Aguero to his right, and he just decided, I'll have a shot instead into Rowe's head. I thought, what are you doing? Nearly hit me. Here's Rodri, Sterling. Gundogan made a good run. Sterling wasn't aware to it. Gives it Jesus. Sterling. Captain today, of course. Sterling once again. Obviously voted for by the players.
Yeah, strange decision. I don't think he's much of a leader personally, but we're not in there. We're not in the camp, are we? We don't know what he's like, but he just doesn't seem very vocal, is he, on the pitch?
Seems like he's probably if the players, what Pep does, he lets players vote, doesn't he, for the captain? So he must be pretty well respected. I think Nathan Ake apparently got 6 votes after being at the club for a few weeks. So maybe Ake is a bit of a leader as well.
Is Sterling a leader, or is it just a respect thing because they all respect him and he's one of the most experienced players in the team? And is it that why he's there?
I suppose he doesn't need to be the most vocal. If you think about Barcelona, they had Xavi and Iniesta at times. Messi's a captain. I don't think they speak much, do they? Messi's Barcelona's captain, but they've got PK's in there. Oh, Diaz give the ball away. That's poor, and Burnley on the counter. Dwight McNeil bursting away. Here is McNeil. He had 4 City players on him.
Diaz is the captain, maybe. I think he'd be quite good and vocal. I know you can still be vocal when you're not the captain, but it'd be nice to see him, wouldn't it? Sort of barking orders. And
I won't be surprised if in a few years Diaz does become captain once again. Loay says, what's happened so far? Nice to have you join, Loay.
Not a lot, really, to be honest.
No, City lead 1-0 through a Gabriel Jesus goal. Nick Pope palms it into the path of Gabriel Jesus. A pretty poor save, really, from Nick Pope. And City lead by 1-0. Other than that, nothing much has happened.
Great ball.
Jesus. Oh, he's done well, Jesus. Oh, unlucky Ben Mee's in there. And he has to clear it.
He took it back across, though, didn't he? He could have just knocked it in front of him.
City have sort of just controlled the game. But Burnley have had a good few balls forward. They've had a bit of a run at City's defence away. So City do need to be careful. But at the moment, City are looking the usual, pretty solid. Ruben Diaz has a few moments of poor passes. But so is the rest of the team. I think Sterling's give away the ball quite a lot. Although, that's no surprise, is it?
No. I wouldn't say anyone stood out so far.
No. Here's John Stones. City back in the back 4 shape. Rodri playing right back at the moment.
just too slow to get back. He's still walking back to midfield, isn't he?
That's
slow.
him running.
Yeah.
He's sprinting back there. He's Sterling. Looks to take on Loughton. It's not going to happen because Sterling has got no ability 1v1.
Well, I think he's got ability. I think he just doesn't have any confidence, does he?
Well, he used to be good at 1v1s, didn't he?
Well, that's what I mean. So it's obviously there, isn't it? You know, the ability.
Good touch, Mahrez.
It's just a confidence sort of issue.
Rodri out wide to Sterling. Oh, he bounces over Sterling. That's poor by Sterling. Why don't you just jump?
Tell you what, he's in a bad run of form at the moment. I know he's still picking goals up here and there, but I don't know why we're still getting picked.
No.
Surely you've got to drop him at some point.
Definitely. Well, he still scores, doesn't he, every now and again?
I know, but what message does that send to the rest of the team? Or it doesn't matter, you can play as crap as you want, you'll still get picked anyway. You know.
That's how it is, unfortunately, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to see Ferran Torres getting a bit more regular game time. Give him a bit of a run, see how he does.
Yeah.
You know, because he's another one that he plays well, doesn't he? And then he don't play again. Foden's not in the team, is he?
I think Foden's played a lot of games. I expected Foden not to be in this one, actually. He's played, 8 games in a row now?
No, but he's only 19, isn't he? You know, he's not 39, is he? He's capable of doing that.
No doubt he'll come on and make an impact, Phil Foden.
Yeah, well, that's it. You know, again, he's been playing well, hasn't he? But
Lois is in the comments, missed previous streams because my internet was gone. Came back today, good to be back. Yeah, it's nice to be back, Lois. Don't worry about it. I totally understand internet problems. We've had them here as well. During the streams, in fact, so don't worry about internet problems. They seem to be everywhere at the moment, and no one seems to be fixing them, do they? Burnley on the attack, and it's Eric Peters. Used to play for Stoke City, got relegated with Stoke City. A bit of a weird signing for them.
Yeah,
Gundogan.
I suppose it's just he's not a bad defensive left back, to be fair. But
no.
He's just not quick, is he? So once he gets beaten, that's the problem.
Oh, Gundogan. Waiting for the time to pass to Sterling. But Bernardo Silva in acres of space.
Pass it.
Terrible pass. Mahrez ghosting in. Jesus, why did he pass to Riyad Mahrez?
Oh, why did he take so long to shoot? He couldn't make his mind up, could he?
Gabriel Jesus had Riyad Mahrez in acres of space on the left-hand side. Mahrez probably would have scored from there. But Jesus took, 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch, and then decided just to kick it into the Burnley player.
How long did they have the ball here now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds before he made a decision to shoot. By that time, he'd been closed down.
Poor by Jesus. He's got a goal, and we've been saying he needs to score more goals, but his general performance needs to improve as well. Well done, Bernardo Silva. Diaz clears it away up to Sterling. Headed away by Loughton. Who's this on the ball here? It's Loughton again.
Is it? Yeah.
He has to go backwards, though. City have done well with the press. They've not given Burnley many passing angles. The thing is with Burnley, though, they don't need them in short spaces because they will play it long and they'll have runners. Look, Vidra's on the shoulder of the defenders again.
Look at all that space in the midfield for there that no one's occupying.
I think that's something City don't need to worry about too much. I mean, if you were playing City, for example, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, Cancelo would make their way into that space.
That's a great ball.
It is. Vidra's onside here, but for Burnley, they haven't really got that technical player.
No.
To sort of get in that area and pick up the ball up. But, McNeil in lots of space. It's a poor pass to him, though. Cancelo, brilliant. Brilliantly takes it down. Mahrez. Gundogan. City should try and get on a quick attack now because Burnley are not all back in defence, although City, with Gundogan, take it slowly. Sophie says hello. In the comments, of course. She's not on the pitch. Is Sterling. Gundogan. Bernardo Silva. Back to Cancelo.
Too slow, this.
City preferred to make it look good and break down a team of 11 men at the back rather than the 2 men. Typical City way.
Don't go back.
Do it the hard way. That's the typical City way. Rodri,
it's too slow,
Stones.
though, isn't it? This?
Yeah. Stones giving a lot of space to bring it forward. Bernardo. Rodri, back he goes to Diaz. Every City player a good 10 yards over the halfway line in the Burnley half, barring Ederson.
That's a good pass. That's a good pass.
Good pass by Gundogan. Switch it to Mahrez.
Beat him.
Rodri with a swing into Bernardo Silva.
Go on, Laporte. Go on.
Oh, unlucky Aymeric Laporte.
Couldn't quite get it under control there. Big clearance from Burnley.
Diaz is in trouble here because Vidra's right on him.
You're doing. He's done well there in the end.
Wow. Ruben Diaz. How has he kept that in?
I don't know. He didn't look in control of that then, did he?
No. I don't know how he kept that in. Then he lost control of it. It looked like it was going out and somehow he just kept it on his right foot. Brilliant by Diaz. Nothing phases the man. Here's Mara. He's got 1-on-1 against Peters here. Surely he beats him.
Great
Oh.
tackle.
Dwight McNeil back doing the work. Hard work from Dwight McNeil.
Whew.
It's a throw-in. Not even a corner.
No.
Rodri there. Good crossing by Rodri. This just inches above Bernardo Silva's head.
Yeah.
They come in to head it.
Too high for him, wasn't it?
Not far away, Bernardo. Peters with a throw in here. Deep in the Burnley half. It's nearly a corner. Nearly a goal kick. Burnley won't be happy.
They're going to get stuck in again here, aren't they?
Although if he gets... well, that's a poor throw. And if he got a head on that... Ooh, brilliant by Bernardo. Jesus loses it. If they got a head on that, they could have had a knock on and had a bit of a break in behind. But like you said, they haven't got the pace. Barry Vidra, Rodriguez, to an extent, they haven't got the pace in behind, have they?
No.
And that's what they try to play on today as well, which is a bit odd. Diaz, good ball out to Mahrez. Good little flick by Mahrez. Jesus, not onto it. Mahrez, nice idea. Didn't quite work out.
Yeah, unlucky.
Nick Pope, you rate as a pretty high keeper, don't you, really? You rate him
Yeah,
high.
I think he's England's
He had a great
best
game against
goalkeeper,
Burnley.
isn't
Yeah, he had a great game against Burnley. He's not really shown himself there in a good light with the goal.
No, I mean, I don't know. Everyone has a bad game, don't they? But I don't know how Pickford still gets picked over him.
No,
I think
no
he's
idea.
probably England's either first or second best keeper.
Ooh, Edison's out.
Yeah, well done. Nice and
Picks it up.
calm.
Didn't do a Leno. If anyone watched the Arsenal game the other day,
Why did he do that?
I don't know. I watched it and just thought, is he just handballed that?
He could have literally just kicked it straight out, couldn't he? Just gone for a throw, he kicked it out, left it.
I think he tried to control it. The ball had gone over him. So then I think he should have just left it. And if Wolves scored, Wolves scored. Do you know what I mean? But I was talking to him about it, it's natural instinct, isn't it, to handball it?
It's instinct to grab at the ball, isn't it? So
I've done it myself. I remember playing and they had a shot and the keeper wasn't there, 5-a-side. It was going in and I just palmed it off the line.
Like I say, it's just instinct to sort of stick something at it, isn't it? So
I just thought, why did I do that? Well, you're off, aren't you? Red card.
yeah, you don't realise, do you, until you've done it.
Although in the rules of 5-a-side that I was playing at the time, you only had 3 minutes off and then you got to throw back on again. No idea.
More of a sin bin sort of situation.
The ref made it up as he went along, pretty much. It's still on the left-hand side. He has gone into Gundogan. Gundogan back to Laporte, who's playing pretty high up the field, Laporte, but we know he's good on the ball. Probably the best defender on the ball we've got. Gundogan, brilliant feet. Rodri. Back to Stones. Takes it forward. A heavy touch by Stones.
That's
Mahrez.
better, though. There you go.
Oh, brilliant football from City. John Stones in the attack now. Gundogan in all sorts in positions, but he's gone to Cancelo on the right. Don't know why he didn't go into the space. Bernardo. Turn. Good play by Bernardo. Good feet.
Slow back down again.
Yeah. City have got men all over here. Mahrez. He's going to swing one in.
Good ball.
Great ball. Jesus.
Good goalkeeping again.
Nick Pope makes up for his mistake with a good punch there.
Yeah.
Here's... Ooh. Rodri's going for a shot. No, what a ball. Oh, what a pass by Rodri. Over the top to Riyad Mahrez. Loasis in the comments. Pope has the best goalkeeping fundamentals of England's goalkeepers, in my opinion. But 100%. Pickford has better distribution.
Yeah,
that's probably why he gets picked ahead of him for the modern game.
Shot stop. Did you see that mistake he made at the weekend again?
Yeah.
He just spilled it into his own net, and it happens all the time, doesn't it?
Loasis, Dean Henderson, the best balance between the two, in my opinion.
Yeah,
exactly.
probably.
And even as a City fan, I'd say Dean Henderson should start, but the fact that he doesn't start for United is the only reason he doesn't. Cancelo with a crossing, it goes straight to Nick Pope's hands. But I think Dean Henderson should be the keeper, but he's second choice at United, and if he had any sense, Dean Henderson, he should leave.
Yeah, but he's United fan, and he's been at the club for however long, hasn't he? So he wants to play first team football for him, doesn't he?
I think he should have gone back to Sheffield again. Do another year there. I think they would have been a lot better, and I feel a bit sorry for him, the fact that I think when he's had a talk with Ollie and people like that, they've said to him, oh yeah, don't worry, he's going to play plenty of games. Because from what I hear with him, he said he wouldn't sign a contract unless he got game time and unless he went out on loan. So it sounds like he's changed
He's made a few
fundamentals.
appearances, though. He has played a few times, but...
Oh, Bernardo Silva gives away the ball. It's poor. Burnley back in possession. That's stupid from Bernardo Silva. Not even looking where he was when he passed that ball.
Too lax.
Luckily, Burnley had no pace. If that was a Dharma try already give the ball to, City would be 1-1.
Well, Liverpool at the weekend. That's the thing. That's the mistakes that you can't afford to make against the better teams, isn't it?
Exactly. City win a throw in there. Sean Dyche is not happy about it. I don't know how City won a throw in there.
Did we just leather it out there?
Stones kicks the ball out of play, but City get a throw in. Even Sean Dyche was pretty unsure on that one. Sean Dyche had a pretty strange or different sort of press conference the other day for the City game. Not the usual one. He said he didn't like the boring questions, and someone asked him, did he know that he looked like Mick Hucknall? He said, yeah, I do actually. I don't see it myself, but a lot of people tell me that. And then he was talking about playing the game well in the pubs. He said, obviously, he don't go to pubs anymore, but he usually plays the game in the pubs where he looks at people and says who they look like, and he plays it with his kids as well. It was just sort of a different interview for a manager that you don't usually see.
He seems like a nice fella, though, doesn't he? But
yeah, I don't mind him actually.
He just needs to sort his voice out like he's been eating gravel.
Buy some lockets.
Yeah.
Here's Eric Peters with a throw in for Burnley. City have been pretty safe, haven't they, for the first 36 minutes?
I mean, I don't think we've really got out of second gear, have we? To be honest.
Again.
Not needed to, though.
Similar to the Sheffield United game, City get sort of a lucky goal, in fact, early on. And then they just say, we're good enough defensively now that we don't have to push. You come and test us. And when you do come and test us, we'll get you on the counter.
But, we can't play like that against the better teams, can we? Because we won't get those lucky opportunities. We'll have to work for them. And placing like this against Liverpool at the weekend won't get you anywhere.
Here's McNeil's got a run on Cancelo here. Mahrez is coming back to help. McNeil into Goodmanson. Cross into the box and
there's a push
Edison
from
saves it.
Rodriguez.
Here's Ilkay Gundogan on the attack. Leads the counter for City. Lowe says, do you guys do Pep press conference reactions? I think it's a nice idea. That's a very good idea, Lowe. We'd like to do that. Actually. I think a lot of people do them, don't they? Not for Pep's press conference, but other channels do it for other teams. And definitely something I'd want to do. It's just it depends what time these press conferences are. Do you know what I mean?
Because during the day, obviously we're at work, aren't we? So
yeah.
Well, I am.
So it's different for people, isn't it? If you're in work, then you're going to be, Sterling's in! Goal for City. You make fun of work shy me. Yeah. City go and score. Do it again. Manchester City 2. Raheem Sterling's got a goal. 2-0 against Burnley. Brilliant goal there. Another tapping. It's Mahrez on the right-hand side here. Gundogan made a really good run here. Look at this run. Look at this run from Gundogan. He's ready. He's waiting. Gone. Mahrez plays it into him. Across the box. What a cross across the box. Sterling's got a tap in. Sterling couldn't miss that. But definitely away. I think the press conference's reaction and we watch them and talk is a really good idea. We'd like to do that, in fact.
I mean, we could always do them in the evenings, couldn't we? Because the press conferences are the day before, aren't they? So
yeah, true, yeah.
We could always do the sort of reaction in the evenings, couldn't we?
It is the problem is also the workload.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's another video, isn't it?
This channel, we try to put a video out every day if we can. We just put at least 4 gaming videos out every day. If you think that's playing the game, editing the video, these lives, it's a lot to do. But you know what, we can try and make it happen. If you guys request it, I know recently in one of the comments people said that they wanted comments on the videos more. So we've actually made it available for people to comment on the gaming content videos. So your feedback always changes what we do, because of course what you guys want, we're who you're appealing to, aren't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we didn't do what you guys wanted, then you wouldn't watch us. Or if our stuff wasn't good, you wouldn't watch us. So it's a very good ideal away, and we'll definitely put some work into that. I'm sure there's an option to do that. We just, like you said, we'll have to check on the times of the press conferences. Andrew says, brilliant goal by LK, involved again. Yeah, Gundogan.
Oh, it's a great ball.
Vidra's in. He's put it wide.
Surely it was offside anyway.
Well, Burnley should have scored then. I think he was offside, but Vidra still should put it in the net. 2 yards out. Oh, he's give offside now.
He's flagged it now. Let's have a look. He looks a mile off, doesn't he? But he's not that far off, is he? But he's off, isn't he?
His full body's off.
Oh, yeah. He looked further than that, though, didn't he? He looked like he was a good 10 yards off, didn't he? But dangerous, though.
Yeah, bit of a warning sign for City. And Lowe says Raheem, exclamation mark. Yeah, Raheem scores again. And like we were saying, haven't we? A lot of us, including you, Lowe, have said maybe City should drop Sterling, but what a ball by Edison to Mahrez. Mahrez, tied him in knots here, doesn't know what to do. Cancelo! Oh, straight down Pope's throat. But yeah,
Bit of a
Raheem Sterling.
non-committal shot, that, wasn't it?
We've been saying Sterling should be dropped, all of us, even you guys in the comments, but he's scoring goals, isn't he? He still scores when he plays bad.
But he's not playing very well, is he? This shot was poor from Cancelo. We had a lot more time. He didn't really commit on it.
Nah, he just tried to pass it, didn't he?
Yeah, a bit of an half shot, like half-hearted attempt on it, really.
Need to put his laces through it a bit more. Westwood takes it down. 2-0's a pretty safe scoreline, I think.
Well, like, you'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Like, yeah, I feel so anyway, but you never know. Here's Burnley with a chance. Rodri on Rodriguez.
You know that he's going to go down if you make any contact with him. Stupid foul.
Rodriguez throws himself to the ground. Burnley get a chance to whip one in. And that's what Burnley want.
Well, he bought that one, didn't he? But, I mean, well, to be fair, he got shoulder in the back, didn't he? But stupid from Rodri, because he weren't going anywhere, was he? Just give the ball away. This is dangerous.
Silly tackle from Rodri today.
Yeah. I just don't know if he's not quick enough to get there.
Yeah.
You know, his brain's already made the decision, I'm going to do this, but then, he's already a yard behind you, sort of thing.
I definitely think his athleticism is a problem.
Yes.
Margaret, one sec. McNeil swings one in, Rodri heads it away. I don't know who's gone down here for
on
Burnley.
The floor, yeah.
Is it a head injury?
Yeah, it must
Sterling's
be.
going to play it out. Margaret says, hi everyone. I'm late and missed 2 goals. Could be the only goals today, but yeah, City 2-0 up against Burnley. Is it Tarkowski, this?
Oh, get up.
Well, James Tarkowski, who likes to put in a big tough tackle on people, has been caught by the tiniest arm from Aymeric Laporte. When I say the tiniest arm, he may have brushed his face. And
is it his eye? It might have poked him in the eye, mightn't it? But surely they're not letting him take that again, are they?
No, they won't do. Tarkowski's gone down like he's had his cheekbone broke. Got no problem with snapping another player, though, has he?
No, that's it. They all
see, I don't mind those sort of players. If you want to be a tough sort of tackling defender, fair enough. But if you want to go, it's like Pepe. I think that if Pepe wanted to be an awful person like he is and foul everyone, as long as he knows that if people foul him, he just gets on with it.
Yeah, but they don't.
No, they tend to be. I mean, Otamendi or one of them, he went down at the slightest of touches, but he was happy to go
lots
through
to hack people down, doesn't he?
Whereas a player like Fernandinho, he's well respected because, he hacks people down sometimes. But if you kick him, he just gets on with it. It's not like a problem to him. He sees it as part of the game.
Yeah.
City back in possession. They had a drop ball there, given back to him. City should have just gone on the counter then. Although it was a head injury, I suppose. Sterling makes a good run.
The referee stopped it, didn't they? I don't think they stopped.
Gundogan couldn't find him. Here's Aymeric Laporte. And as usual, everyone, if you can stay in the stream at half-time, we've got our celebrity special guest, Mr. Kent Slane, coming on for a bit of a half-time talk, as usual. He's got his own intro and everything, hasn't he? So,
no, he loves it, doesn't he? We don't even have an intro.
No. Supposed to have the channel intro, I suppose.
Well, yeah, but
I mean, like the way we're saying it, if we could get... It's hard at the moment, due to COVID, you can't go, to other people's houses and you can't meet each other. If we had, a few more people that we could meet with, and definitely we could, sort of do things like press conference reactions and more live videos.
It'd be easier for us to be sat in the same room watching the game, wouldn't it? But
think of Mark Goldbridge. I mean, he's never not live, and I'd love to do that, put all these lives out. Also, his channel grosses over 1 million a year, so you can pay a few more people, can't he?
Oh, yeah, that's it. Oh, I'm lucky.
If we had 1 million, I wouldn't be here.
No,
Roger goes back. Although I still love City, though, I think. They still think you still support City when you want to try and share your opinion on City. And it's good to have different people's opinions. This is what it's all about, isn't it, really? It's not just our opinion on City, it's your guys' opinions. We're called the Worldwide Fan Channel for a reason, because we're worldwide. There's not really a City fan channel out there, and if there is, I don't think they appeal to the worldwide City fans. And also the local City fans. Yeah,
I think there's one in there that's it's Blooming Rising started again.
No, it's never come back, that one.
No, there's one in there that does a bit, I think, but not a lot.
We'll do our best, though, for the fans, and not just City fans as well, any fans interested in football. I'm hoping that, just as a football fan, you're happy to sit and listen to us talk about City. And
I mean, I don't think we're particularly biased, are we, per se?
No.
Maybe a bit, but...
Only as much as anyone would be, but I think less than most people are. Sterling knocks the ball out there for a throw in. 1 minute of
1
added
minute
time.
of time. It's flown by, isn't it?
The game has gone quickly, and City lead 2-0. Going into the half-time break, it looks like. Although Burnley got 45 seconds to maybe score, but I can't see that happening.
No.
City have done really well. And of course, if you enjoy our streams, you enjoy listening to us, then go over to our second channel, the We Are City Extra channel. It's in our channel section. Oh, Laporte, is it Stones the mistake? Gets away with it. And Diaz ushers it out for a goal kick.
See, this is what I mean.
Nothing came of it though. Let him get away with that one.
No, but you can't do that against the big teams, can you?
No. But yeah, if you want to go over to our We Are City Extra channel, we do other live streams for other games. We've got City, of course, this weekend on Sunday, and also we're doing a Celta Vigo versus Atletico Madrid stream on Monday night. So be there on Monday night on the City Extra channel to listen to us too. Cover the game if you're interested in a bit of Spanish football. And that is half time. Manchester City 0. 2, Burnley 0, in fact, the other way around. City win by 2 goals. Well, we're hoping. Winning at the moment, 2 goals to 0 at half time. And Gary, you said 3-0 in the comments, so you're on for that 3-0. We're going to do the half time talk with Kent, and then we're back for the second half. So hang in there, we'll be back in just a second.
Got something to say, you should hear it all.
Hello, welcome back. So it's half time. It's the half time talk with the usual Mr. Kent Solane. Welcome, Kent. Nice to have you on again.
Thanks. I've got the music there blaring in my head. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think you need a better intro than the usual.
The usual? You're always on Mr. Kent Solane, aren't you?
Hang on. There we go. Yeah, something more upbeat.
What do you want me to say instead then? This is something we need to think about.
Well,
How
we
you
need
want
to
me to
do some
introduce you?
planning. We need to do a meeting really where we plan what the intro. It'll probably need about a 5-day meeting.
Oh yeah.
But anyway,
Storyboard
back to the the matter in hand. Burnley v City. Burnley 0, City 2. Well, I think people will recall last time I said City are looking like a team that are going to win the league. And I have to say, I'm still confident that that's going to happen. We're getting lots of predictions. I don't think it's going to be a 9-0 result tonight, but then again, we've not got a referee that's particularly on our side. But as far as the game goes, what a start from City, we had the goalkeeper making a huge error, really. And he'll be praying that his second half is a better one, the Pope. But when he knocked the ball out there to the cross came in, lovely cross, great shot, and then rebound to Jesus, a pinpoint header like an Exocet missile straight into the. He placed it. There was a defender. It wasn't easy. It wasn't just a tap in that with his head. He had to be wary of what was happening in front of him, and he placed that right in the correct spot to open the scoring for City. I'll tell you what, that's the first time that the Pope wasn't happy with Jesus. But I've been impressed with City's midfield tonight. They've been overwhelming Burnley, really. Burnley haven't been sure what to do with City's midfield. And I think we've got one of those fluid midfields where the defence becomes midfield and midfield becomes attack. I mean, what was your view on that? How did you see that developing?
Yeah, I think Burnley have had a sniff, have they? Other than that Vidra chance, which was offside anyway, that he just put wide. Burnley haven't even had much chance, and City need to be careful about giving away set pieces. I mean, Rodri's doing it a few times, isn't he? Giving away set pieces on the edge of the box. That's the only one I think City could be worrying about, because they're good in the air. But other than that, I think City have been pretty comfortable, haven't they? Really, for the first half. I don't think. I expect a tough game. It's not look like it's going to be. I don't think the second half's going to change anything. I think it's going to be the weekend where City are really tested to see if they're going to be champions this season.
Do you know, you're absolutely right. I expected Burnley to give us a much tougher game, because usually they do. Yeah. I've seen some real tough games against Burnley, and we've scraped a win sometimes. But today I think we look fairly comfortable. I don't think we've been playing that well.
No.
And I think Burnley are sort of making us look a bit better than we are, or they're certainly not challenging us as well as they could do. I think Burnley, of course, over there, over the moors, you know, it's a bit like Heathcliff and Cathy. Not Cathy. They're very much Wuthering Heights in the defence, and certainly City, Heathcliff knocking at the door. Or at the window trying to get in. And we do get in. We've got 2 good goals against Burnley. Not many teams do that. I think Burnley, you know, do achieve some good results. But they're a bit off today. I don't know why. We've seen John Stones. He's been resurrected. His career is absolutely on the upward trajectory again.
Until he gets injured.
Say that again?
Until he gets injured.
Yeah. Well, he's a bit like Luke Shaw for the team that's not in Manchester, that's over there in Salford. Luke Shaw is only a game away from having 3 bad years. But I think on the night that we sort of they were in black armbands, you know, it's a case of I think if David Bowie were alive, he'd be bringing out ground control for Captain Tom there. To try and, to make himself a bit of money and to get back to the top of the charts. But City, you know, we've got Jesus, we've got the Pope, we've got Stone's resurrection. I can only see City going on and scoring even more goals tonight. I think, you know, we've had... I think in the last 3 years, the last 3 years of City have been amazing. We've seen some amazing things over the last 3 years, and or even more. But you know, I think the confidence in the team, you can see it. You can see the twinkle in Pep's eye. You can see even Gundogan is playing some of the best football he's ever played, I think, for City. He's had some real stinkers at times, but I'm quite happy with how he's been playing lately. And I just wish I was at the game and able to shout some encouragement to him, because I have in the past said that wasn't very good, Ilkay, not very silky. But he's certainly improving. So probably as a result of you know, the encouragement we've given him away there. I see Elway 2.0 rather, is back with us and making lots of comments. Don't know why he says Kent is silly. He's probably referring to Kent in England there, that is the driver of the new coronavirus variant, which is going to take over the country and then obviously the world. So let's all get those vaccines as soon as possible. And then the new one that will have to come out for the new variant, and then the next one, etc., until we all die. But there you go. City, my prediction, remain top of the league. We're not joint top of the league. I don't know why people have been saying joint top of the league. Don't forget, you can win the league on goal difference, as we well know. So City are top of the league. A team from Salford are currently second, but we do have games in hand. We're going to go on, and I think this is the place to be. This is the place to listen and watch and rejoice in Manchester City's resurgence back to where they belong. Without VAR, we don't need VAR. Liverpool needed VAR to win the league. The team from Salford need VAR. They needed it last night. They need VAR to help them along. I think City can do it without VAR. What's your view there, sir?
Yeah, definitely. And I think that this could be a year on this channel, the first year on this channel, where we see as well City win the league. So all these live streams we're doing could end in a really good ending, because City could be winners of the Premier League once again, maybe winners of the Champions League as well. they've got a good defence now, and that's always been a problem in the Champions League. Maybe that's something we don't want to mention quite yet. It's a bit in the future yet, the Champions League, but it's a good chance for City. Thank you very much for coming on, Kent. It's been great to have you once again, and hopefully we can have you on the weekend as well for the big one against Liverpool. That's the big test for City.
I'll be back, and I'll be confident. So, yeah, thanks very much, and hello to everybody that's listening. And keep watching the Kent channel. There's a link there, and there'll be more shows on there as and when available. So keep watching.
The link is in the description. So if you go into the description, you'll see Kent's Lane there. You'll be able to click on that link. You'll see one of Kent's radio shows. Thank you very much, Kent. We'll see you next time.
How gorgeous I am. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
I've got something to say, you should hear it all. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel. Back for the second half of Manchester City versus Burnley. City, of course, leading by 2-0 currently. We've just had the half-time talk with Kent. Lowe seemed to enjoy that. Lowe said Kent is silly. He definitely is. Kent is got plenty of jokes, and like Kent said, go into the link in the description below. There's one radio show of Kent's on there, and there'll be plenty more going up, so over time. So if you want to go and listen to Kent and his radio show, you can go and do that. Ashoka says, Laporte at left back. Yes, I know Laporte is at left back today, which is working pretty well for City, isn't it, at the moment? 2-0 up, clean sheet at the moment, and hopefully saving the second half. And the second half is only a few moments away. Do you think it's going to be more of the same in the second half? City probably not getting out of second gear.
Yeah, I mean, there's no need to, is there? You know, I think the game's finished now. I can't see Burnley getting back into it. But it'd be nice to see us ramp it up a bit and, you know, have a bit more of a go. But, I mean, it's a win's a win, isn't it? So,
yeah.
Yeah, it'd just be nice. I don't know, just see a bit more attacking intent. I don't really think we've showed much attacking intent, to be honest. I know we've scored 2 goals, but I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just
definitely.
not been amazing to watch, has it? You know, not like against like West Brom and stuff, and we were really having a go. And you know, it's been a bit. I don't know, but I mean, we've got the result, so
maybe City will give it a bit of a go. I think exactly 3 points. I mean, in reality, if City won every game now, they'd win the Premier League, wouldn't they?
Well, yeah, but you just want to see. It wants to be interesting to watch, doesn't it? As well,
Yeah.
You know. I mean, this is not bad, is it? But it's just a bit like, right, it's not great, is it? You know, we
to me,
score
it's as if City aren't trying that much, sort of thing, isn't it? I think maybe they just try to conserve energy for the Liverpool game on the weekend.
Potentially.
I mean, Liverpool play tonight as well, don't they? Play Burnley, of course.
Brighton.
Brighton, is it? Yeah, Burnley. We're playing Burnley. I meant them. Both start with a B. Same place.
Yeah, they've got Brighton at home, which I can't see them causing any problems in that game.
No.
I mean, they beat Tottenham. They beat Tottenham at the weekend, didn't they? But I can't see them causing any problems.
Definitely not. But you never know. There's a couple of upsets every year and again, so the second half's underway. Can Burnley cause an upset from Turf Moor? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. City currently leading by 2-0, and Burnley looking like they're going to drop a bit further down the table, won't they? Towards the relegation zone.
I mean, I watched them against Aston Villa a few weeks ago, and they were rubbish in the first half. I think they were 1-0 down, and they ended up winning 3-2. So they have got that capability of coming out, and they were good in the second half and fighting. But I don't know, I just can't see it.
City can get a touch of the ball, I suppose.
That's it.
Ooh, Diaz with a pass that nearly went in his own goal. Edison.
What
a pass. What a pass by Edison. Bernardo Silva on the counter. Here comes the Portugueseman. Bursting away. Wide to Sterling. City straight away in the attack in the second half. Sterling skips inside. And again. Shoot Sterling. Oh, he gives it wide to Mahrez. It's a good pass. Mahrez. He's only going on his left. Cancelo. Ooh, that will go in, I think, again.
I don't know if that was a shot or a cross then.
To me, it looked like it was sort of going to go into that side netting.
Yeah, bending it away.
Yeah. Laporte. Oh, he passed it out of play. Poor by Aymeric Laporte. But City straight away. Positive start on the counter. On the attack. And Bailey struggling to deal with it.
That's what we want to see.
Sterling as well, skipping past a few challenges.
Yeah, again, though, he doesn't go forward, does he? He's just sideways, isn't it? So
here's Burnley. Jesus putting the press on. Little Cruyff turn from James Karkowski there.
Yeah, and then a pull forward.
Sean Dyche should be happy with that, though. A long ball.
Yeah.
He does quite a good job, doesn't he, really, Sean Dyche? You think of the players Burnley have got.
Yeah, they're not exactly blessed with talent, are they? So
no.
They do a good job, don't they? They get results. They're staying up, you know. They got in the Europa League, didn't they?
They're sort of like one of those. They're just a solid Premier League side, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's they're not the most interesting to watch, are they? But they get results, so.
I think as a Burnley fan, you've got to be pretty happy that your team's up there. I mean, they've got new owners now, haven't they? I think you mentioned the other day that Burnley have got new owners.
Yeah.
That has actually left them 80 million in debt.
Yeah, well, they've done what the Glazers did at United, haven't they? And sort of used how or why you're allowed to do it, I don't know. But putting your personal debt on the thing that you've just bought, I don't understand how that works. But
Cancelo, Jesus, it's good football, but Jesus with a terrible touch. Yeah, it's one of those. It's like, the owner's not fit and proper. Gundogan, ooh! Gundogan nearly puts one in the top corner there. Slices the volley himself. Who knows that was close. What a strike. Just his hard work wins it back. Wow. Imagine if that had got him.
Good effort. Ooh.
Just over the bar. They're going to keep showing it over and over again.
Oh, and then we'll miss half the game then because they show 100 replays of this. This is the problem, isn't it? With BT. Well, he's not even took his goal kick yet. Well,
that's definitely not the 8 seconds that they're supposed to take it in, is it?
Ooh. What's he doing?
I don't know. Oh. This is taking about 15 minutes to take this goal kick. They like this. They usually like this when they come to City. The only thing is they're 2-0 down now. So what are you wasting time for? To concede less goals?
I think they're just trying to get everyone set up, weren't they, where to kick
Yeah.
it sort of thing, so they don't lose
Oh.
possession. But
Well played, Diaz there. He had Vidra all over him. He still managed to get a foot in and deflect it away.
poor from Edison again.
Bernardo was underneath it. Turned by Goodmanson. Gives it straight to Sterling. Off goes Raheem Sterling. Tries a nutmeg on Loughton.
Yeah, again.
Stupid.
Yeah, he pulled out a tackle, didn't he, as well?
Yeah, just put your foot on the ball and
Yeah.
run with it. No need to try the nutmeg. Here's Dwight McNeil, probably Burnley's best player in the first half. Put a few crosses into the box.
Yeah, they've not been bad, have they? I think they've been a bit unlucky, haven't they? But
Loasis, it's so sad to see Mahrez playing so poor. He was my favourite player to watch for 3 or 4 years. He's one that got me into football. Wow, well, that's a very interesting story that Riyad Mahrez was the person that interested you. I assume you started watching.
Great ball.
Oh, Sterling's in here.
Passing.
Mahrez at the back post.
Oh,
Sterling, you greedy. Raheem Sterling should pass that to Riyad Mahrez at the back post. Sterling
Good
greedy
keeping,
misses a
but-
one-on-one. Why didn't you just pass it to Riyad Mahrez in
know.
all that space?
Don't know. Should have passed.
Well, the captain should have passed there. Greedy from Raheem Sterling. Back to Loa's comment. That's a pretty interesting story, Loa. Let us know. Did you start watching him when he was at Leicester City then? 3 or 4
Cracking
years
player.
ago?
Cracking player
Yeah.
when he was at Leicester. Really good.
And he's shown it at times to City, hasn't he? I mean, that goal he's got against Brighton on the last game of the season that won City the league. He was incredible in that game as well.
He's got the flair, hasn't he? And he's just not been there, has he, at the moment? But
I think the problem is with Mahrez, he performs in moments, doesn't he? He's not He's not a 90-minute player. He does some incredible skill, and then that's it. You don't see him then for another 20 minutes.
And because obviously he's in a team of better players now, there's other players that are like that as well. When he was at Leicester, it was pretty much just him, wasn't it?
He didn't play in a possession side, did he? He got on the ball and made things happen, but most of the time he was counter-attacking.
Flash counter-attack, yeah.
Well, Mahrez, this time he's on the ball quite a lot. Mahrez should have a goal, in fact, but Raheem Sterling's too greedy to pass to him. Disappointing Sterling. Surely Mahrez is got to say to Sterling there in the dressing room afterwards, you should have passed to me there.
Well,
although Mahrez isn't one for passing either, is he, in position?
No,
so.
but I think he'd have passed there. Or he'd have finished it. He'd have finished it though, wouldn't he? Do you know? So
Sterling goes on a run.
Again, just does not look in control when he's dribbling, does he?
I can't believe he didn't pass that to Mahrez.
What a pass. There now, boom. Nope.
Poor by Sterling, greedy by Sterling.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen Sterling miss a one-on-one?
Oh, that's it, especially with no need to take it there, was there?
I never thought he was going to score. I never thought he was going to score.
I didn't.
He had time to think, and when he has time to think, he misses his chances. And he's
selfish.
I don't know, why didn't he pass it to Mahrez and then he wouldn't have looked so stupid? You think, he knows that he's not good in one-on-one situations, so he'd just pass it so he wouldn't have to do it anyway. I mean, maybe he didn't trust himself for the pass.
Yeah, probably. He's
More
just lacking confidence, I think, at the moment as well. That would have done a great deal. Good for it, either.
Stones here. Diaz brings the ball forward. Laporte.
Great
what a
pass
ball.
again.
What a ball by Laporte to
read.
Sterling.
Well
Pope
read
reads it
from
that
Pope.
time. Not that Sterling would have scored. Pope might as well stood in the line and let Sterling shoot.
Yeah. Got a catch then, rather than a clearance.
Bernardo gives it to Laporte for the throw-in. Burnley are not happy about their time wasting, are they? Don't know. That was silly. Strange. Anyway, Bernardo calls Laporte over to take the throw-in.
Oh.
In the end, passes it. Cancelo loses it, but not in a dangerous position too much because Diaz is there to tidy up. Here's Edison. So Laporte on this left-hand side. Calmly back to Diaz. City shouldn't be really messing around with it at the back because one goal for Burnley would change the game completely.
Yeah, give him a bit of confidence, which we don't want.
Here's Edison, leaves it for Diaz. Picks up the ball now, Ruben Diaz. Looks to drive it forward himself. He's got Rodri in space there. And gives it to Gundogan on this right-hand side. Gundogan, he rarely loses the ball. Loa says he's similar to Rashford in the sense they're both not that good when they have time to think. Well, yeah. Rashford is similar to that as well, isn't he? You know what, with Rashford, to me, he seems to be in the same sort of form that Sterling's in, where he's still scoring, but I feel like he's not playing well.
Who, Rashford?
You know what I mean? He's scoring every now and again. Both of them. I think both similar. The fact that you know, if you speak to United fans, they said, "Oh, Rashford were poor today," but he's still getting goals every now and again. It's sort of masking the fact that he's playing poor. You know, Sterling. If you just looked at, what a ball by Cancelo on the outside of his boot. Mahrez here, what a ball by Mahrez. Nick Pope punches it away. Incredible from Mahrez. The curl on that. Diaz here in trouble. Heads it away calmly to Laporte. Laporte fouled there, surely. Gets away with it anyway.
Yeah, they played advantage.
Punch in the back. Rashford, I feel like if you just looked at the stats at the end of the game, you'd see, Rashford scored. You just think he's playing well. You know, he's Sterling.
I mean,
if you didn't watch City today...
No, well, yeah, you think he's played well, but I mean, I watched the 9-0 last night. He did actually play quite well last night, to be fair.
Yeah, but in a 9-0, I mean in the other games.
No, I know, but yeah, he's not looked bad from what I've seen of him in the last few weeks. But again, I don't know whether it's a confidence issue or are they playing a lot, aren't they?
I feel like both of them. Whenever I see them play, they're not playing well, but they're doing little things that they get a goal or they get an assist, and it looks all right in the end. But they both seem to be out of form at the moment. I think Jadon Sancho is having the same sort of season, isn't he, for Dortmund at the moment? He's having a poor season. Not a good year for English wingers going into the World Cup.
I mean, they're all, they're not old, are they? I know they're mid-20s, aren't they? And Sancho's obviously early 20s. So they're still, they're not the most experienced players, are they? And I think they're getting played a lot as well. I think none of them have rested, have they? Certainly the two Premier League players. So, that doesn't help either.
Mick Pope sends the goal kick long as expected. He has loses the header. You rarely see that. I think he didn't expect Vidra to win it, in fact. Here's Jesus on the turn. Well played, Jesus. Gundogan. Mahrez is in space. Cancelo, look at his run through the middle. Not many fullbacks make runs that way. Mainly overlapping runs. He's making runs through the middle. Here's Jesus. Back on the edge of the box again, Gabriel Jesus. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Good movement by Stones there to give Rodri an option to pass, but he didn't pick it. He went backwards instead. Laporte. Sterling. Growing into the game a bit, Sterling, in fact. Just his decision making's poor. Like the way he says. Here's Mahrez. Oh, Jesus, good run. Mahrez. Oh, should have shot then. Mahrez still going.
Shoots, bloody hell.
Here's Jesus. Oh, good cut inside. Cancelo.
Walk it.
No one wants to shoot.
No,
what a goal.
Good finish.
Well,
just trying to walk it too much, aren't we? But
he's offside.
We scored, haven't we? But it's just walking it into the net. Someone have a shot.
Riyad Mahrez taps it in. We'll see here if he's offside. I assume he is.
Yeah, he looked it, didn't he? But yeah, he's a mile off.
Yeah, he is.
He's well off, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
He was off, wasn't he? But
they'll
look at it, won't they? But no, it doesn't. Cause it's never straight on with it, is it? But they are checking it. Oh, he's not.
He's on.
He's on. So I mean, that angle, he looked a mile off, didn't he?
Riyad Mahrez is onside. No, he's not.
I don't know. He's not. No. Oh, it's ridiculous.
What? Where are they taking that from, though?
It's the
Your
shirt.
feet are on the side.
It's your shirt sleeve. So that's the furthest point forward that you're allowed, is that? Because
is that a joke?
You can be deemed to score from up above your shirt sleeve, but not below, I think.
But you can't, can you? But you can't because it happens and they still rule it out.
I know. It's inconsistency that's annoying everyone, isn't it? That's the problem.
It's just rubbish, isn't it?
It's just frustrating as well because every angle looks different.
VAR ruining the game. Here's Jesus. Gundogan. The problem is with that, you can't get rid of it, can you?
No, but I mean, we can't really complain, can we? Because we've had quite a few decisions go our way the last few weeks.
Diaz has made a mistake here. Vidra's in. Give the ball away, Diaz there. He's got away with it, though.
Offside.
He's offside. They made a few mistakes, the City back line today. The thing is, though, what I don't mind is making a mistake and rectifying it straight away. And Diaz there, straight away got across, closed him down and made him play an offside pass. So it doesn't matter. Like Stones before he made, Bernardo Silva give it away, didn't he, in the first half? But he won it back straight away, and it's fine to make those mistakes if you're going to rectify them.
But, again, against, Liverpool, United, Chelsea, Tottenham, you don't get back. You don't get it back in time to do it because they just burst through and score. So
yeah,
you've got to be careful. But I mean, everyone makes mistakes at the back, so
Hopefully it's just one slack game from Stones and Diaz.
yeah.
Still
I think,
still probably get a clean sheet though.
yeah, the mindset's not there, is it? As well, 2-0 up at half time, you relax, don't you, without even sort of thinking about it, sort of.
Yeah.
And it's just sort of a mentality thing, isn't it? I'd get him off. I'd set Diaz off and rest him now. Might as well,
Keep
ain't
him
you?
for Liverpool.
I don't think particularly need him on now, do we? And resting, give him a 30-minute rest for Liverpool.
That's a poor pass by Stones to Mahrez, who does well with it. Cancelo.
Ooh.
Here is João Cancelo. Oh, he took a bit of a heavy touch there. Still got it through, but Jesus was asleep. Here's Burnley on the counter. 3-on-4 here. Got to beat Laporte though. He's not going to beat him.
Good pass.
Wide to Rodriguez. Got Stones on him. He'll look at City get back though.
They're not quick enough, are they?
No, they haven't got the quality either.
No.
Here's Westwood and McNeil and Burnley go back, and City back in sort of possession of. They know they're going to win it back eventually. I think he's offside here, Peters. He is offside.
Yeah.
You just knew that Burnley were going to give City the ball back eventually somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, whether it be through an offside or something like, or just turning the ball over.
Will City make it 3-0? Will Gary finally get a prediction right? Here's Ederson. In between the two strikers to Rodri. Good turn by Rodri. Laporte. City go backwards. Diaz. Diaz back to Ederson. Burnley putting a bit of a press on now. I think they feel as well, if they can somehow get a bit of luck, a bit of a mistake from City, a goal will make a big difference. Zinchenko's coming on.
There you go. Diaz off. Laporte to centre back. Zinchenko to left back.
Oh, maybe Laporte off. He hasn't played a lot,
yeah.
has he, recently?
Or maybe Laporte off, yeah.
Oh, good win by Cancelo. City on the attack. It's Riyad Mahrez. 5-on-4 here. Surely City have got a score from this move. Mahrez. Brilliant.
Oh, great block.
Oh, threw himself at it with the fullback of Burnley.
Good block.
Here's Stones bringing it forward. Bernardo Silva. If anyone watches our career modes, Season 3, Episode 1 was premiered today. If you haven't watched that, you can watch it. It's on the channel. And we had a return of a player, didn't we? John Stones returned to the club. We brought him back. He was cheap. It was about 20 million to bring John Stones back.
Is it Cancelo making way here?
I can't see Stones going to right back.
No, I can't. Just the way they zoomed at him on the camera, then I thought it looked like he was walking off, but they've not brought the sub on yet.
Maybe he's still deciding. Like you said, it could be Diaz, give him a rest, or it could be Laporte, just because he hasn't played a lot.
Could be Stones, couldn't it, as well?
Yeah.
Might rest him, I don't know.
Mistake by Cancelo there, gives Burnley the ball back. Ben Mee sends a ball forward, straight to Laporte. Knocks it down. Bernardo, City need a third now. They've got the chance. Burnley sort of tiring, you can feel it in the Burnley side. And City don't look interested in coming forward, to be fair.
No, it's just easing, taking the foot off the gas a bit, aren't they?
Here's Stones.
Not that it was on it, really. But...
No. I think that shows how good they are at the moment. The fact that they don't even have to try that hard and they're still beating teams.
Yeah, still walking through the team, so which is good.
Laporte.
What Zinchenko's doing, he's down on one knee.
Stretching, I think, isn't he?
Yeah.
Giving a bit of a stretch before he comes on it.
Yeah, but odd just right before you come on.
Here's Bernardo Silva. Wide to Sterling. Probably the right time to start resting a few players.
Maybe take Sterling off or I don't know.
Give Ferran Torres a game.
Yeah.
Well played, Stones. Great first touch. Rodri put him in a bit of problems there, but Stones took it really well past Dwight McNeil. Rodri to Stones again. City really controlling this game, hanging on. Waiting for the moment to make the pass. Gundogan. Sterling in space. Sterling, terrible first touch.
Again, it
terrible.
looked like he hesitated. It looked like he was going to shoot, didn't he? First time. And then sort of thought, I won't do that, actually.
Rubbish first touch from Sterling.
Again, he's not had a good game, has he? I know he scored, but...
That's what I mean, but if you didn't watch the game, you just go, oh, Sterling scored, he must be playing well.
Yeah.
Here's Goodmanson. Wide to whoever that is.
Lowton, I think. It's a good pass.
Oh, Burnley are in it.
Oh,
Vidra!
Great control.
Takes it on his chest.
Control on his chest, really well. Difficult chance, that.
Yeah, it was.
Difficult shot to to pull off. Great ball.
Well, he peeled off Diaz way too easy there. Diaz not reading the game. Been poor today. Andrew says should be 5 or
It is
6-0.
Cancelo.
Oh, it is.
Mm.
Stones to right back.
Well, either that or Zinchenko's going to go in at right back.
Because he plays in midfield anyway, so doesn't he?
Yeah, doesn't have to get back, does he? So
Conserving João Cancelo seems a good idea.
yeah, well, it obviously shows what you think to him as well, doesn't it? That he's maybe one of the first names on the team sheet at the moment.
Zinchenko's gone alongside Rodri in the middle. Sort of Bernardo's come out to this right-hand side more.
Yeah.
And Mahrez has gone into the Cancelo role. Here's Mahrez. It's mad to say that, isn't it? Mahrez into the Cancelo role.
Yeah.
Cancelo the fullback.
Yeah.
Here's Zinchenko. Rodri. Back to Zinchenko. He goes back to Laporte. Diaz stood in the centre circle here. Can he make a forward pass? He does. Bernardo Silva.
Oh, wow, Liverpool just to the team. Kelly are in that.
Adrian's also injured then, it seems.
Yeah.
So Liverpool, no Alisson and no Adrian. Well, I'm hoping Alisson's injured this weekend, but Adrian's back.
Yeah,
So I'd
I
rather
wouldn't be
him in goal.
surprised if Alisson was fit for this weekend, that they
He will
just
be
sort
fit
of
for it.
not risked him.
Yeah. The world's only injury-prone goalkeeper, Adrian. Alisson.
And
He's-
Adrian as well.
Yeah, he's always in. Don't know how. He never plays. Loe says it's funny how people's perception of football can change over the years. Definitely. Oh, good tackle Laporte there. You know, think a few years ago, a lot of people, City fans, if you said, oh, we're going to come and play this sort of way where we try and walk the ball in. No, I don't want that. I mean, I remember in City's first season, there's actually an old bloke being interviewed, and I think it is Blue Moon Rising TV, and City had drawn 0-0. And yeah, I want Pellegrini back. I want Simone from Atletico. I think he called him Simone at the time. I want him back. We'll never win anything under Pep Guardiola. Well, right, things change, don't they?
It's been proved wrong, hasn't it? That old boy.
Here's Rodri. Oh, great football. Rodri, good feet. Bernardo.
No, just took too long.
Finally shoot. It's deflected away. Finally a shot on goal. Rodri had a chance to shoot as well there. Decided not to.
Yeah.
City reluctant to shoot at the moment.
They're obviously told not to, aren't they?
Yeah. Play the extra
Where
pass.
possible.
Loe says 3 years ago I would have thought Sterling had a good game if he scored a goal. Yeah, exactly. You start to expect more of players, don't you? I think as well with reputation, we've seen how good Sterling can be. So we expect better from him. Crossing by City, cleared away. Gundogan on the edge of the box. Oh,
Unlucky.
he passed it a bit later there. He might want a penalty. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, people have different standards of players, don't they? I think Manchester United fans, they've been starving for a decent midfield. That Bruno Fernandes comes in, and even if he just gets a goal or an assist, he gets probably their man of the match. It's because they haven't seen a good midfielder for how many years. And City have had the likes of Bernardo, you'd say Mahrez to an extent, David Silva, Foden, Gundogan, De Bruyne. Do you know what I mean? You get used to that sort of standard. And if someone come in, I mean, if Fernandes came into City, no doubt Fernandes would be good. People will be saying, but he's not doing this, he's not doing that, because he's not as good as Kevin De Bruyne. You know what I mean? And players, it's the standard team, is it? We know how good Sterling can be, and I think that's why at the moment we're saying he's bad. Maybe this is Sterling's general ability, and he was just on form at the time. Yeah. It's hard to. I mean, Gundogan. If, like you're saying, the way if I had said, somebody told me last season that Ilkay Gundogan would go on to play as good as this, I'd say no, you're a liar.
Yeah, no, absolutely no chance.
Look how good he is. So it changes quickly. But again, if you put Gundogan in Liverpool's side, would he still be as good? Look at Thiago. He's not particularly shining in Liverpool's side, is he?
Not at the moment, no.
They don't play, I think, the way that Thiago needs the team to play around him. I think he was at City. He'd look really good. So it's very hard. It's hard to sort of compare players. I think you said it last week, didn't you, about comparing players? Oh, this player's better than this player. It's very hard to compare.
It's just nice to say, wow, look at all these players we've got in the Premier League.
Yeah.
You know, the quality that we do have.
Here's Mahrez. I think what shows a good players is if you put them in a not as good team, they'll still perform to the same level. Like I think if you put Kevin De Bruyne in Aston Villa's team or whoever, or Burnley's team, I think he'd get loads of goals because he can cross to people. Or you get loads of assists. I think Messi would still be good at Burnley. They've still got the individual talent, but it does help having a decent team around them.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. It's great, getting loads of assists and stuff. But if you're crossing it into someone that couldn't hit a barn door, you're not getting it, are you?
Exactly. And you just need the sort of, you need some of these players like Zinchenko. I wouldn't say he's a world beater, is he? But he does a job, he works hard, and he puts a performance in most weeks, so there's no problem.
No, I mean, you're never going to get a team with 11 world-class players in it. It just doesn't happen, does it? You need the workhorse and the ones that are all right, that'll just do you a job sort of thing, like your Zinchenko's and players like that. So Rodri's not world-class, is he?
At the moment, he's doing his job, isn't he?
Yeah, well, that's it. But that's what I mean. He does the job, doesn't he? Gundogan on his day, he's decent. But again, I wouldn't say he was world class. He's not amazing, is he? So, but they do a job, don't they, when they're in there? So,
yeah.
You can't have that. 11 amazing players.
Good flick by Mahrez there. Bernardo Silva cuts inside. Rodri lifts one into. Oh, Jesus Pope comes flying out. Clatters Jesus. It is. Andrew says he agrees with the way. He's not having his best season, in my view. Well, I don't think Sterling had a good season last year, did he? But if you look at his stats, other than, I think, Messi and Ronaldo... Gundogan! Oh, Jesus!
Get up.
Oh, Jesus has gone down, wanting a penalty there.
Never getting a penalty. Burnley's throwing challenges in here. Well, I'm sure they'll look at it, won't they? But
that was great football. Gundogan chests it down to Jesus, but can't finish.
Yeah, lovely.
I don't think Sterling had a good season last year, but stats-wise, he's up there with Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
What can you do, It's hard to judge players. I think it's very hard to judge players. All you can judge them on is how well they play in the team they play in. And then you can sort of say, would they be good in this other team? It's like Erling Haaland, incredible striker, and everyone wants him at City, but what if he flops? It's a possibility.
Yeah. Let's have a look at this.
Oh, he does kick his foot.
Yeah,
well, Anthony Martial would get a penalty for that. Well, that's a penalty.
Given.
That is a penalty. He just kicks his leg. That is a penalty. Surely the AR's checking this.
They must be looking at it.
He's just kicked his leg from underneath him, hasn't he? He went down easy, but he still kicked his leg. It's got to be a penalty.
Yeah, he's kicked him.
It's got to be a penalty.
Looking at it, I don't know.
The VAR in that?
Obviously, well, they've obviously looked at it and thought it wasn't a penalty.
How is that not a penalty? But you see, David Luiz's get given the other day. Do you know what I mean?
Well, because I don't think it's the fact that it's not a penalty, is it? That's not the decision that they make, is it? It's whether they can overrule the referee or not. That's how it works. It's not, it's a penalty. It's if they deem the referee's made a clear and obvious mistake. That's how it works. And so had it been given, it probably wouldn't have been overturned. But because it's not been given, it won't get given. Do you know what I mean? It is stupid. It is.
Yeah, it's because they always have a letter pre-written, don't they? They'll be writing up the excuse now. They're typing it out.
But
whatever he's called, the guy. Mike Riley, is it?
Fouls are subjective, aren't they? It's not like an offside, is it? An offside, you're offside, aren't you? I know it's annoying, and like that one where with Mahrez, then he was a bit offside, but wasn't he? He was off, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's the rules, and you're off. You're either on or you're off. But a foul is subjective. Some people might go down and think, "Oh, that's weak," and other times, "Oh, it's a foul." It just depends. I thought it was a penalty, but
yeah, should have been. But,
but it is an opinion thing.
15 minutes after the full-time whistle, they'll be out giving the little statement saying, "Oh, it wasn't given because of this." Another excuse from Premier League.
It doesn't help that it's not the same person in the VAR thing all the time, does it?
Yeah,
because you don't get any consistency, do you? So tomorrow that might get given. So that's the issue. I think that's what everyone sort of annoyed with is the consistency of the decisions.
It's City on the attack. Gundogan, Rodri. Can they make a forward pass? They are doing. Bernardo Silva. He's got Stones bursting forward here. Stones is the furthest man forward at the moment. Here's Jesus on this right hand side. Bernardo. Oh, it's going to go back. Yeah.
I think Burnley made a sub in that whole VAR controversy. I think Jack Cork's come off for whoever that is on the ball now.
Dale Stevens.
16. Yeah.
Oasis, did you see the UEFA Team of the Year for 2020? That's the team that concedes 3 and scores 4. I haven't seen it actually. If you can put it in a comment, the players. I haven't actually seen who's in there. Did Bruno Fernandes get in?
He got in the FIFA one, didn't he? I don't know if that's the UEFA one or not.
He's only played 6 months.
No, but it's not just at United, is it? It's at Sporting as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but no one from the Portuguese league gets in because it don't count.
Well,
but judging by that, then Eliquim Mangala should have got in because he was very good at Porto.
Well, yeah.
And also, if you're judging off 6 months, then why is Michu not in the team this season? Michi was incredible for Swansea. Probably Wilfried Bonney. Let's put him in there. 6 months. You can't judge players off 6 months.
No.
Obviously, it's like Diaz. Ruben Diaz, best defender in the world at the moment, but he won't get in team of the season because he's played 6 months in the Premier League. And he was good at, he was good at Benfica as well, weren't he? But he won't get in the team because it's Benfica and you're not in one of the top leagues.
I think he could potentially get in team of the year next year, though.
Yeah, well, no, they won't. Virgil van Dijk will get it, even though he's not playing a minute.
Yeah.
It's big club bias. Well, certain club bias to me sometimes.
I don't know if Fernandes got in. I know he's in the FIFA one, but the FIFA one's voted for by fans, isn't it? So
12-year-old kids.
Yeah, I'm not actually.
And me, I play FIFA.
Yeah, exactly.
But I didn't vote for anyone actually. I didn't vote in that.
I'll find out for you now. I'll have a look.
But let us know Lowe if you can. Andrew says I agree Lowe, but not having his best season. Oh, don't know where we've gone here.
Gone backwards.
There's the penalty again, which should have been a penalty on Jesus.
See, Fernandes didn't get in the
the real one.
No, so it was Neuer, Kimmich, Sergio Ramos, Van Dijk, Thiago, De Bruyne, Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar, and Lewandowski.
Fair enough. That sounds decent to me.
So yeah, Neymar didn't get in the FIFA one, and Messi got voted as a 12th man, I think, on FIFA's one.
Yeah. Mara's here on the right hand side. Now they probably would concede 3 Lowe but score 4.
Yeah.
You won't see Messi, Neymar, Lewandowski. Who was the other one?
Ronaldo
doing any defensive work.
No.
Oh, good ball over the top here. Vidra, look at his pace. Oh, Ederson.
Ooh, Ederson, where you going, lad? Ederson just cleaned him out, man. He's gonna get
could be off here.
No, yellow.
Oh, he's been booked, Ederson here. I thought he was going to get sent off then for studs up. Cleaned the Burnley play. He did kick the ball first. He just took Peters out in the process.
No, he didn't get the ball.
No, he didn't.
He just cleaned him out, and he's gone for the ball, hasn't he? He played the ball.
I love how he just got up and walked off as nothing happened. Ball over the top here.
Alphonso Davies. I missed Alphonso Davies.
All right. Oh, yeah, well, another one who can't
Good
defend.
back four, that, though. Kimmich, Ramos, Van Dijk, and Alphonso Davies.
Sean Dyche having a good laugh at that Ederson tackle there.
Yeah.
Nowhere near his goal. Playing it right centre mid, takes out the Burnley player.
Well, I mean, he might as well have took him out there, hadn't he? Because if he hadn't done it, they'd always open goal to shoot, wouldn't they? So he's gone down and still injured, though, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, on Alphonso Davies, he's not really a defensive player either, is he?
Good player, though.
He's not really kicked on this season.
He's rapid as well, though, isn't he?
He's not a defensive fullback.
No,
do you know?
he's a
who was on the right hand side? Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Kimmich.
He's
good player.
More of a midfielder these days, but
good player though.
Yeah, very attacking side. Virgil van Dijk will get in next year.
Oh yeah, he always does get
ball in,
yeah.
headed away, knocked away. I saw the Norwegian reporter. I can't remember his name now. Cleared away by City again. That said that he put Virgil van Dijk in team of the. He voted for his Premier League team of the season so far, and I think he put Virgil van Dijk in it. And someone tweeted him, "Why have you got Virgil van Dijk?"
He's not played.
Yeah, and he said, even if Van Dijk played 1 minute, I'd still put him in because he's the best player.
So Mumbongo is coming on.
Yeah, big centre forward. He's probably. It looks like someone from Burnley's youth team, probably number 46.
He's a big lad.
He'll cause some problems, maybe.
Potentially could do.
I just find that's odd that, Van Dijk's in there. He said he always.
I don't know how he can be in your Premier League team in the season. I don't really know who would be in mine, to be honest. As the centre back, Diaz is one, and then I don't know.
Stones.
Well, yeah, probably.
I don't think there's anyone better in the league, is there, at the moment? No one stood out to me other than them two. For clean sheets wise.
No, well, yeah.
Ball into the box here. It's good, and Ederson picks it up. He looks to distribute it.
I won't have Alexander-Arnold in it right back, though.
Oh, no. I tell you, I'd have James Justin from Leicester.
Yeah, I tell you, he could be another centre-back, I suppose. Couldn't he? He plays centre-back and right back, doesn't he? So
he's playing left-back for Leicester. He's been really good when I've seen him.
He scored today.
Has it, yeah? Yeah. Oh, yes, at half-time, yeah. So there's some good players out there that you put in your team. I think he's been good. Matty Cash for Villa, as much as he moans on Twitter.
I like him. He seems all right.
City really are just passing this ball around the back. No interest in going forward, and Burnley no interest in trying to win this game. It looks like it's going to finish 2-0.
Yeah, I think it's been one of them games, hasn't it?
Here's Jesus. Oasis Van Dijk only has 4 games. Oh, yeah, well, they'll still put him in. He's on the right side.
He's good, isn't he? You know,
Yeah, but
he's good. But
he's
how can
surely
you
not
get
in your Premier League team this season, is he?
How, when he's played 4 games? You know.
I know. It's just... Sam Allardyce is my England manager of all time.
Yeah, he's got the best
100%
win
record.
Yeah.
He only did 1 game. You know what I mean? It's just...
It
Come on
doesn't work
now.
like that, does it?
Here's Sterling. Rodri. You know, he doesn't qualify, does he, Van Dijk, this year? Unfortunately for himself, he doesn't qualify. It's like putting Pele in Team of the Year and saying, "Well, he's a good player in his time, so he deserves to be in there." Like, yeah, but he's not played for how many years?
No, exactly.
No, he should be in there. Here's Jesus on the left-hand side now, everywhere but up front. Oh, what a ball by Jesus!
Oh, lucky,
just off his line.
Bit overhit, wasn't it?
City looking for the 3 points. Will stay top of the table.
3 points clear.
3 points clear of Manchester United. Not joint top, of course, just top. As much as they want to make it out. Oh, good flick by Gundogan, and City lose the ball to Burnley. Peters here. Westwood. He's not a bad player, Westwood.
Yeah, he's another one.
Was it Villa weren't he, at one time?
Yeah, he's been around on his sort of thing. He's alright, and he's about this level, isn't he?
Pope, what a poor pass straight to Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez, can he beat Peters? Well, he wants to go on his inside and his left foot. Bernardo.
No chance. No chance there. He was surrounded by 4 defenders, wasn't
I don't know why he passed it to him. Go on the outside, Mahrez. Go on your right foot.
Yeah, good one.
Oasis, not a chance is Virgil van Dijk in my team of the season. I don't think it's anyone's. Unless they're being Jamie Carragher's, I tell you.
Be a full Liverpool back line.
Yeah, I've gone with Virgil van Dijk because I think he's the best centre-back this year. Jamie's not played. Yeah, but he's the best centre-back in this year.
Yeah, it'd definitely be Alisson, Virgil van Dijk,
yeah.
Trent Alexander-Arnold,
Robertson,
and Gomez as his back 5 sort of thing.
We'll fit Jordan Henderson in there as well.
Yeah, we'll squeeze him and Fabinho, even though he's not played. And he goes, do you know what? It's just a full Liverpool team, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a full Liverpool team.
It's like what I always find funny is when City won that first Premier League title with 100 points, record-breaking 100 points. They said you've got to win it back to back or it doesn't count. So they basically discounted everything City did that season. They did not win it back to back. So then they went and win it back to back, and they're still not really considered one of the best Premier League sides ever, despite getting the highest point tally over 2 seasons. Yeah. But remember, the pundits are from Liverpool and United. Ball in there, get up, whoever you throw on self to the floor then. And then it happens that Liverpool win 1 Premier League title, and they're the best Premier League team that's ever existed.
Ever been.
And it's just like, come on now, make up your mind what criteria you're setting to qualify for this.
I mean, they obviously are up there.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But
I mean, it's you've got that team, you've got the City back-to-back team, you've got the United treble team, and probably the United 2008 team as well. They were quite good, weren't they?
That Chelsea team.
Tevez, the Invincibles.
Yeah,
there's quite
Invincibles,
a few,
of course. Yeah, there's a few teams,
so...
but City had to win it back to be considered, whereas Liverpool only have to win it once.
Yeah, well, it's just.
I loved as well on Liverpool's. Photos of the trophies they'd won that year. They included the Champions League trophies if they'd won it. And it wasn't Bayern Munich that won it. And they won them all in the same season.
Yeah. No,
City should do that if they win the Premier League this year. We'd just put if we don't win the FA Cup,
put the 3 Premier League trophies in there as well.
We've won 3 in the same season.
Yeah.
And we won the European Cup Winners' Cup in 18 something, so that's going to go on there as well. Here's Bernardo Silva. City on the attack for the first time in it feels like a long time. Here's Mahrez. Step overs, 2-on-1. Bernardo. Oh, not a bad ball in. Jesus was battling for it. It's a poor clearance. Rodri knocks it away to Mahrez. City recycle possession. Riyad Mahrez. Oh, that's a nasty tackle by the number 16, Dale Stephens. He'll be getting a yellow card for that. He was that sort of player at Brighton. Likes a late tackle, an unnecessary tackle by Dale Stephens.
Ooh, could be red.
What's the point of that?
Could be red. That went in studs up on his ankle. Yeah.
This is where City lack a Fernandinho in midfield. Shame Edison isn't an outfield player.
Oh, I can't now, can he? He's only had a card, hasn't
We were speaking about Edison being outfield before, weren't we? I saw a video between Foden and De Bruyne. They're doing some like interview, and they said, "Would Edison?" They were answering Twitter questions. It was, "Could Edison play outfield?" And they said no. They said De Bruyne said Edison can do, like, obviously he can pass, but from a stationary position he can't get around.
Yeah, well,
so
I suppose we've never
doesn't sound like he's much of a runner.
Never seen him get the ball and turn, have you, and pass, you know, so...
Here's Mahrez. Once COVID restrictions are lifted, we're starting a Master League, a PES Master League on this channel. Co-op, us two. Edison in centre midfield. And we don't know which team yet, but we're playing Edison in centre midfield because he's class.
Retrain him as a centre defensive mid.
Andy Carroll up top once again. Morata, Thomas Partey.
Bloody hell.
You'll enjoy it, guys.
Oh, nice.
Brilliant by Mahrez. Stones, though's the winger at the moment, and he can't pull out any skills, I don't think. Mahrez. Rodri. Good ball in the end. Off Loughton's head. City winner throwing 85 minutes played. Only 5 minutes left of the game now.
I presume that BT are about to give Stones the man of the match, are they? Because they keep zooming in on him. No, we've not done. I don't know who'd been man of the match, to be honest. I don't think anyone stood out.
No. So, Vince, it's similar to the Sheffield game. City have just sort of got the job done, haven't they?
I mean, not grinded out per se, but
they've controlled the game. They've not really tired themselves out because they're out of second tier. They've got the job done. On to the next one, which is Liverpool, when they need to work hard.
Yeah, obviously well, we need to work harder than this.
Yeah, definitely. Mahrez. Sits down Dale Stevens, who's on a yellow card. Mahrez did that on purpose. Mahrez knew what he's doing there. Embarrassed Dale Stevens. Oh, very nice. Little drag back and flick by Mahrez. Stevens fouls him on a yellow card as well.
Where's the ball?
Says Everton are beating Leeds. Very interesting.
Already. I think Leeds are without Bamford and Rafinha, if I'm correct.
All right.
Well, they were rumoured.
Bamford,
to be.
Who scores a lot of goals.
I think goal and 2 assists at the weekend, didn't he?
Who'd have thought?
Where did that come from? Yep, no. No, they have got Bamford. No. Rafinha's in there as well. Oh, they weren't going to have either of them, but.
Gundogan sends the free kick short to Mahrez on the wing. Mahrez back to Bernardo. Is he going to swing one into the big men? Mahrez, he'll swing one into the big men, surely. Mahrez. Oh, flicks it back. What a waste of a free kick here. All the defenders in the box are reason. No reason. Rodri. Oh, brilliant by Rodri. Strength against Vidra there. And Diaz back in centre back now, and Stones gives it back to Edison. Typical Barcelona fashion. Pep Guardiola shakes his head at that. What is his side doing? Why has the keeper got the ball when City have got a free kick in the attacking position?
We've just gone from the edge of our own box, haven't we? Just their box, the edge of our own.
I remember watching, when I was in Barcelona, I watched Barcelona versus Napoli. This was many years ago. It was Pep Guardiola's final season at Barcelona. And Barcelona had a free kick. Who's this yellow card for? Burnley striker's just been booked. I'm not quite sure what for. Well, Barcelona had a free kick, not quite on the edge of the box, but between the halfway line and the edge of the box.
Stones is down injured.
Looks like he's fouled Stones here.
There we go. I don't think there was. Did he? I don't think there was anything in that.
As Stones kicks the ball, he ran past and booted him in the ankle. They won't show a close-up, but that wasn't nice by the Burnley striker. But yeah, Barcelona had a free kick between the halfway line and the box, and you think, they're going to swing this in. No, straight back to Victor Valdes.
The keeper, yeah.
It could have been Pinto in goal, in fact, if you remember him.
Yeah.
The Barcelona second choice. He's actually a rapper now. Got his own music career. Yeah. Here's Diaz back to Laporte. Stones is limping a bit, which isn't good.
Oh, good tackle.
Big tackle that on Sterling. Sterling gets straight back up though. Oh, go for a long range effort
from Gudmundsson there. 50 yards out, however far out he was there.
Only chance of scoring a goal for Burnley, that isn't it? The closest they've got. Other than that Vidra chance, which of course was offside.
They've been poor, haven't they, really?
Yeah. I expect them to give City a really tough game.
Yeah, I did really physical battle.
But I think that early goal killed it, didn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think they might have said, right, let's hold on for 10 minutes here, let the pressure off, and then we'll have a bit of a go. But they didn't get a chance to do that.
Edison to take the goal kick, looking to send this long.
I mean, I think
Edison.
in terms of ratings at the end of the game, I think it's going to be similar to last week, isn't it? Where it's just everyone's
just done a job of it.
Yeah, 6.5.
No, I'd say a 7. I'd say they've won the
7.
game. They've all just done the job, haven't they? Good enough. They've done it well. The defence have been good. The attack have been good enough. They've scored 2 goals. On to the next one.
Yeah, it's just one of them. It's a result, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's 3 points on the board, but it's just not been interesting to watch particularly.
They haven't particularly played Burnley off the park. They haven't timed.
No.
They've just sort of controlled the game, haven't they, and seen it out.
Yeah.
I think that's got to be worrying for Liverpool and United and teams like that that want to compete with City, because City are playing and they're not getting out of second gear and they're comfortably winning games. It's not like they haven't grinded this result out. You know where United are winning games in the last minute, Liverpool are winning them in the last minute. They've not grinded this result out. They've just not even got out of second gear and still won comfortably. I think that's a worry for team. Sterling.
Down the middle.
Straight down the middle, any corner and it going in.
I mean, in terms of the scoreline, if you'd sort of watch this and there was I don't know how to phrase it, but I wouldn't be surprised if this was a 0-0, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have shocked me this being a 0-0. It's been that sort of game, hasn't it? Where you think, oh, it's a 0-0, but obviously I know we've scored the 2 goals, but
Bernardo's bent over the horn in here tired.
Yeah,
I mean, he's just taken the ball forward, created a chance for Sterling, who missed it. He ran all the way back to defend, won the ball back, and brought the ball forward into the box and won a corner. Yeah, ball forward. Sterling there looks tired as well. All City look tired. They should be tired.
How much added time? 3 minutes. That's about right, isn't it? Guardiola doesn't look looks asleep.
He's staring into the distance. Pep, he's staring at the ground. I think he's already thinking about Liverpool.
Yeah, I think this game's gone now at half time, I reckon.
I think for Pep though, it's a bit worrying that he feels like his team are not getting out of second gear, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, what's happened here? Hold on. Oh, that ball's too close for the referee's liking. I don't know. We just, like you said, we got the job done, didn't we? There was no need to get out of second gear.
No.
Had we needed to, I think we would have done. But we haven't needed to.
That's the thing.
Now?
We're not happy with that ball. Was too close to the pitch. I agree with that. I think that City, I feel like if they needed to try and go up the gears, I think they would do. They've got the ability, haven't they?
Yeah, and I think that early goal again helps. I think from that point on, you're 1-0 up. It's like, well, look, lads, you've got to bring the game to us now.
That was a foul on Sterling. I mean, he got the ball and pretty much the most of Sterling as well.
And then, that's a foul.
Yeah, that's a foul. Hey, Tarkowski, no doubt he wins the ball, but he goes through Sterling, then wins the ball, and then flattens Sterling. Because even when he gets his foot in the ball, if he doesn't floor Sterling, then Sterling's still got in possession of the ball. I don't know how the refs let him get away with that one. Free kick for Burnley, though.
Lazy
send
referee.
it long.
Oh, Gundogan's been given man of the match.
Yeah, to be fair, he's ran the game, money in the middle.
Yeah.
Everything's gone through him. Long ball from Pope. Laporte up, good header. Sterling using his body really well.
Stupid foul. How many is he going to have? It's his second one.
Dale Stevens.
Card.
Yeah. Sterling saying how Stevens getting away with that. Well, it looks like Dale Stevens has allowed as many fouls as he wants to have. And he were lucky it was just the yellow card, the first tackle.
Yeah, it was. I've seen people sent off for that, haven't we, before now?
I remember one similar. I think it was United versus City. Andres Pereira came on. I remember being at the game, and I think Otamendi or someone were breaking away, and he just booted the legs from underneath him. No intent to get the ball. It's like, that's a red card, even if he hasn't injured him.
Yeah.
The intent's there to not get the ball, just to, it's not even like it was a professional foul. He full on swiped his legs, to injure the player.
There needs to be a stronger punishment for stuff like that, doesn't there?
Yeah.
It's if you were walking down the street and I just walked up to you and just booted you in the legs,
yeah,
and it's assault, isn't it? So when they've not played the ball, maybe they need to introduce some sort of sin bin or something. Rather than, I don't think it's enough to be a red, but maybe a sin bin, a yellow card, and you're off for 5 minutes or something. No, the referee's blown up early for full time.
Manchester City 2, Burnley 0, and I don't think we need to do the player
No.
things, do we? Like we said.
No, 7, 6.5, 7. Everyone, I think.
Yeah. Man of the match, though, would you say Gundogan? Do you agree with BT there?
Yeah, probably. Or Diaz.
Oh,
Diaz had a
yeah.
decent game again, didn't he?
I think Diaz just gets man of the match every time, really, doesn't he? He's that good at the moment. Lois says Kevin De Bruyne and Foden the catalyst for City getting out of second gear. Yeah, they are at the moment. I think, when you take off Bernardo, when you take off De Bruyne, you take off Foden, who's there to create the chances for
And
City?
Cancelo's gone off as well, hasn't he? So
Yeah.
that's it.
Andrew says control the game, result never in doubt. Yeah, pretty much City won that pretty easily. And no one got the predictions right. Gary was 1 goal off. Maybe if City had got out of second gear, Gary could have got his 3-0 prediction. Did anyone say 2-0, in fact? I don't think they did. I think Julie said a 3-1.
I can't even. What did we say? I don't even think we did one, did we?
No, I don't think we did do one.
Yeah, that's it. 3-1. Julie said.
Yeah, so no one got it right today. But who did get it right? That was City and Pep Guardiola. Who pick up a 2-0 win over Burnley. Top of the table by 3 points and could go. Well, they can't actually go 6 points clear this weekend because United will also play as a game in hand.
21st.
But thank you for joining this stream. Thank you for watching as usual. It's been great to have you. Please do subscribe to the channel. We wanted to hit 500 subscribers. We hit ourselves a
3
big,
off now.
With 3 off 500 subscribers. Can you get 3 people to subscribe? Surely, 3 people. Gary says comfortable. Still think City will run away with the league now. I'll be changing my prediction from Sunday. Don't fancy 3-0 at Liverpool. Yeah, I don't think any of us do. I think a 1-0 maybe or a 2-1 will be the way to go at Liverpool. Might be. I think that both sides would be happy with a draw. Liverpool less so, but maybe though. So please do subscribe to the channel. We've got nearly 500 subscribers. If you all get just one person, that's the little task before the weekend. If you just get one person to subscribe to the channel, you might have already, but if you can get one more person to subscribe to the channel, we'd hit 1,000 subscribers, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
At nearly 500. So that'd be really great if you guys can do that. Head over to our second channel as well. We're doing lives on there. Like we said, we'll be live for the City game on Sunday, but we'll be live on Monday as well for the Celta Vigo Atletico Madrid game. I think Loe mentioned in the comments he'd not seen La Liga for a while. Well, come and join us for that game, Loe. It should be interesting to see a bit of La Liga football. Gary says, is it Saturday? No, it is Sunday, isn't it?
I'll have a look.
I have a feeling it is Sunday.
Just give us a minute. I'll have a look.
I can have a look as well on my computer here.
Yep, Sunday.
Sunday at 4:30.
4:30.
So we will be live from 4 o'clock on this channel. And of course, we usually give it about 15 minutes before we come on ourselves. So like we said, thank you very much for watching. It's been great. 2-1 against Liverpool, says Loe's prediction. City top of the table, and that's how things end. And hopefully, even if City lose to Liverpool on the weekend, they'll probably still be top of the table. But hopefully, City can break the Anfield curse this weekend and pick up 3 points in Scousland. It's goodbye from me.
And me as well. See you at the weekend.
And we'll see you at the weekend and on Monday night.